Welcome everybody to the first ever 48 to Talk special year-end award ceremony special. Yeah! Woo! I am your host, Rage Bali, as always. Joining me this time on the right, it's DX Takamina. On the bottom left, it's Derek. In the middle bottom, it's Gino ZX, and on the bottom right, it's Yeho. UKM48 Yeho. Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Okay. Well, it's a special episode. It's our, well, maybe the first ever year-end award ceremony special, where we go to the list of categories and just, well, think who are the best of the best from this year in 48 group. So, you guys excited?
Yeah, pretty much.
Very excited, yay!
Okay. Well, before we go to the categories first, let's talk a bit about the news, because a lot have happened this week, so we're going quick fire to this. Start off with sad news. It's, I think that the sad news is right now that Nishino Miki has decided also to graduate. So, what do you think about that?
Oh man, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's all in the wake of a certain, incident, I'd say, yeah.
Yeah, I hate being right. That's all I'm gonna say, because
Exactly.
I've been calling this for a couple weeks now. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew that the blowback from what happened with her and Owada Nana going out wasn't just gonna go unheeded or not paid attention to. They tried to push it under the rug, didn't work, and I honestly really believe that's why she's leaving. I don't see why she would otherwise. She was an up-and-coming member, and she had all the promise in the world, much like Owada did. And I think just in Wada's case, she didn't get the attention she thought she was going to get as the promising 15th gen, and Miki-chan being the girl who everyone thought was the second reaction queen. She had a good title, a great trajectory ahead of her.
Yep,
Nope,
exactly.
gone. And why?
All
I mean,
on the
come on,
brain.
let's think about
Yeah.
it, Depressing. Really depressing.
And when I saw the announcement, it was of course at another birthday stage, and this was Okada Nana's birthday stage. It was a fun birthday stage, by the way.
Yep.
She was very energetic, Okada Nana. And then
Awesome.
after all the scene and all the tears of celebrating her birthday, Nishino had an announcement. The thing is though, people were looking about this, is like, is she getting a little bigger, on the face side? And
Yeah.
it was really showing. When I saw the documentary today, also, you can definitely notice the difference that she had, ate a lot. And I think
Yeah.
it's also because of stress in combination with that. So, if it's maybe the scandal, well, it didn't certainly help the scandal that came up. I don't know if it's the scandal fully that's the reason she's leaving. Maybe she's just, too much stress, stressed out, tired, maybe ranking, stuff like that.
It's probably one of the biggest reasons.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I think
May-
so,
may-
yeah.
may- maybe it's a combination of, but a scandal doesn't really help unless your name is, you know who.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, unless you're the A's. No, the only thing I'll say, though, in regards to that, I mean, scandal or not, that's going to be my personal belief. But, of course, it's all speculation. None of us know the real reason, and that's okay. But I will say that the more important thing to think about now is that AKB has now suffered the loss of not one but two of their biggest variety acts, between Makun saying she's going to leave and Miki-chan. Like that leaves Chiori to be, the sole comedic relief of, AK Bingo and other variety places. So I'm hoping to see some new girls step up and fill in the roles of that Miki-chan is gonna leave. We need a third reaction queen now, and I wonder who that's gonna be. Should be interesting, I guess.
True that.
Well, yeah. So, in short, she will be missed. What was fun
Very
while it
much.
lasted.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
I really miss her, so yeah.
Well, the next day, Koku Takai happened from AKB48. There was a showroom on the backstage, and it was hosted again by Aoki-san and someone from Team 8. Was it Momoka? I think something.
I think something like that, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
Momoka, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
Momoka,
sure
yeah.
you're right on that.
Yeah, there were some fun moments there. I watched it. Saw a tease of all the acts that were coming up. But yeah, pretty much the Koku show went how it normally goes. There was just one announcement, and I laughed and laughed when that announcement was made.
Yeah.
I thought you would.
So in January, they're going to do a new show, and it's called Tofu Wrestling.
Yeah.
Women Idol
Oh
Pro
my.
Wrestling, and
Oh my.
my God, this for me it's double the fun. But it just Shimada Haruka with the whole. She was hiding her
Yeah.
hair a couple of days and didn't know the reason why, and now I know the reason why. She's painted like silver and it's like this face paint and holy crap, this is gonna be an amazing thing. Hopefully it's more like Kabuska or something like that because it's so much fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So, never
it-
expected the new Kabushika
Yeah.
to be this much fun. I really was like, they're going to do a host style, like, but now I'm hooked as well. So yeah.
Yeah, Kawasuka was a lot. I'm horribly hooked on it, but I didn't want to give it a chance, and that's my same reaction to this. Is like I was kind of like disappointed they would do this, but now I don't care. Like I'm gonna give it a chance because Kawasuka pleasantly surprised me.
Yeah.
But it just makes me think of the Meche Aike special with like Yui Han and Kawaii
right.
and
Yeah.
stuff wrestling.
Meche Aike
you know?
wrestling.
Wrestling
Yeah,
back
yeah.
then, yeah. So,
That was
yeah.
hysterical. That was absolutely hysterical.
Exactly.
So
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Right.
I do hope they go the same route as they did for
Me too.
Hatsumori Bamers.
Oh,
The-
right,
the,
right,
the,
right,
the, sh-
yeah.
the show of Nogisaga
Ridiculousness of that
46.
one, yeah.
It's utterly ridiculous when you read about it, but it's just fun. So I hope, because I was kind of flabbergasted when they announced this, and I'm like, okay, this is gonna probably be stupid, but I hope it's gonna be fun as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
All good. It's all good. Like it's gonna be fun. So I already know it. So I'm excited.
Yeah, and on other news, there are some new dates for concerts. So NGT is
Yep.
going to have their solo concert. For some reason, Mukoichi Miyong is going to have her solo concert.
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
in January in the Atoms of Date. And the fun thing is also Team 8 is going to have their East versus West concerts, and then is a whole concert. So they're going with
Oh.
the concept East versus West. It was a success.
Yep.
And I like this, so it gives more exposure to the girls who
Exactly.
normally
But
are in the back.
gonna hook in
Nice.
for gonna hook in for a sec. There's also another concert that I'm really excited for, and that's the 16th generation. They have their own solo concert as well.
Eh? I didn't hear
Yeah.
that.
I
But
didn't hear that
really?
though. When?
I think so.
There
I think
is.
so. There is, yeah. Yeo should know
Yeah.
as well.
Oh yeah,
That's
18
awesome.
of 18 of
Yeah.
January they have their own concert, but that's quick.
Ah,
Wow.
Yeah,
I
that's
want to
really quick.
go. I want to see
that, I'm
it.
really looking forward to that one. I'm really
I hope.
looking
I
forward
hope.
to that.
I hope we get that online somewhere and we can watch live. Because
Yeah.
when day is that?
18 of January.
Oh, I gotta write that down.
Mhm.
Awesome. Thanks for letting DX. Good comment there. Awesome.
No problem.
Sweet.
Yeah, and basically some sad news also with the AKB48 Cafe in Hakata is going to
Yeah.
close.
Yeah, that's gonna suck.
That's gonna
Some
suck
of you
real
have been
bad.
there, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
great
it's,
atmosphere, yeah.
it's really a shame to see that place go because
Yep.
it's the most relaxing
Yep.
AKB cafe in Japan.
Exactly.
Mm.
It's more the atmosphere there is like really laid back, and you can just do whatever you want pretty much. You can take pictures inside,
Which is
none
so
of the-
rare.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And the whole and all the employees and staff is just like you can just have a talk with them if they're alone or something like that or not doing anything, and it's really fun and it's really laid back. Really gonna miss it. It's a real shame to see them go though. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and
probably because of that too, though. It's so relaxed that we don't generate enough sales, so we have to.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it could also be if they weren't generating enough sales. It's the location is a bit difficult to find though.
Yeah. True.
It's probably one of the reasons why it's so quiet.
Yeah.
Wasn't it near the actual theater or no?
Yeah,
No.
now
Yeah. It's,
No.
Yeah.
No.
the new one.
The new
it is-
theater, yeah, it's quite close
Yeah.
to the new theater, yeah. But the old theater, it's really far apart from them, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like an hour away from the theater before, because it was
Yeah.
in the Hawkstown Mall.
Exactly.
Now,
Yeah.
Now it's near the area, so I don't know why they closed it. So
hmm.
they
Well,
probably.
that's silly. I mean, why would they just open like next to this place, or when they were thinking about moving, like make sure they had room for a cafe? I mean, that's just extra income for them. Who's gonna travel an hour to go to a cafe and then go to the theater? You know,
I did.
It's just-
I
Well-
did.
I did.
Touche.
There you go. There you go.
Touche.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. On that note, let's go into the categories for the first time.
Right.
So the
Yeah.
first category we're going to pick up is the one who's just the freshest, I believe, in the new concept. It's good
Yeah.
start. It's
Sorry.
best showroom. So for those who don't know, recent in the couple months ago, AKB started this concept to go in cahoots with Showroom. It's a
Yeah.
Japanese like a streaming site where people just can do whatever, and they had this whole events. They first started to do it with Sosenkyo, I believe, to elevate like, hey, vote for me for that. And since it was such a huge success, and especially for the international fans that people liked it, they are continuing with it, and now they have all these events like backstage showrooms, like all these talk shows. Kimidare started
Yeah.
because of this. This is just a best concept, but we want to know the best of the best. Who do you think had the best showrooms overall for the year? Let's start with DX Takamina. Who is your best showroom of the year?
Well, for me, it would be Matsui Jurina because
Mhm.
there was a certain showroom me, Derek, and you, Robin, were watching, and that's
Mhm.
when she was actually making an EDM style song.
Yeah,
And
it's
all of us
amazing.
were like, the song is stuck in our head. It needs to be released, and I still
Yes.
stand by it. I still stand by that statement. It still needs to be released,
Mhm.
and I don't know. It's for me, that showroom is legendary, pretty much. And sometimes I still listen to it from time to time, the whole showroom, and it's just like, this is how it should be. Creating a song with the fans, actually, and I don't know. It's still sticking with me. It's still sticking with me.
So anyone else have the same answer?
Yeah, I mean, I agree, obviously. Like we had talked about it, but I was almost tempted to change my answer to Tani because of, I think I was mentioning to you guys where,
Yeah.
you know, she put up her recent one where she was playing, I believe, Pokemon Go and like totally not paying attention to anyone and just going nuts and doing her usual like weird personality where she sounds like there's 10 Tanis inside her head just talking all at once. But Jarina, that was like a really special moment. Like to watch how music is made, it's a really, just even watching the process normally without Jarina, like if it was anyone else it would have been cool, but the fact it was her and she was having so much fun and she was responding to the fans, and I mean it was a lot of proof to me that Jarina should win everything this year because she is just so on her game, and that was like the definition of it, like the interaction and taking fans energy to make a song. You can't beat that, man. You just can't. So I loved it. That was definitely the best for me.
Yeah.
How about you, Robin? You had the same, right?
No, actually I didn't, because for me it's something else. But before we move on, so on Matsuri Jun's side, when she first started Showroom with the Sosenkyo, she had no clue. She was like, okay, I'm in a cab, I'm gonna do this
Right.
app. And it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm, you guys can see this, right? It's like, hey, I'm having fun. Oh, that's my stop. Bye. Plop. Like, okay, so those were the first couple days. But eventually she had time, sort of time off her hands, and she started getting into it. But then she's like, how can I elevate it? She started thinking, can I do something? So she started a cooking show in the morning, or she, showed stuff at stage, and then the one special show, no, the biggest one is, the EDM. So going into the booth with the sound recording guy, and then creating a song out of nothing. A couple of lyrics, and then asking the people in chats like, so what lyrics should we use for this song? And it's like, okay, and then, all right, let's add that in, and then they build a whole song. And then once again, sadly, didn't use it. But since then, Judina is always on point. You know what? I want to show you guys stuff. I'm gonna do this whole show at the SKE cafe, and
Yeah.
keeping on point. So she actually won the award for best AKB48 group performing member on Showroom, and yeah, well deserving on that note. But yeah, I have a different one, but I'll get to that. So let's go with Yeho on this side. Who do you have?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who do you have?
I have
Oh dear.
I have NGT48's Kogumo Tsugumi.
Oh really?
Nice.
Wow. Nice. Nice.
Nice. Oh.
Yeah,
Didn't
Alright.
expect that.
Do elaborate. Do elaborate.
cause like every time I come into her, she always notices me. And, like
Rephrase that. Stop. Stop. Stop.
I always
Every time you show up at her showroom, what he's meaning,
Yeah, exactly.
you do
No,
realize
like-
when.
Yeah.
I type random stuff all the time and she always notices it. That's why I'm like, oh my god, she's on point. Like, I type all this random stuff like blah 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 and like it's like, hello. Then I always type, please call my name. She always fails to call me like yo 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 yo.
That's got to be interesting, though. That's got to be funny at times.
So for you, it's the personal connection. That's good.
Yeah, probably is.
And like also
Yeah.
like her randomness is so awesome. Cause like
Mm.
at one time she didn't have the light on. Like she called her brother like, can you get me the light over there? Then like the brother just throws the like I think a battery or something. Just like, literally throws a battery. I'm like, are you serious?
Oh,
That's a
so
good.
funny.
That's a good moment.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Really good.
Yeah,
Good.
that's why she's the best one for me. So
Right on.
Okay, Gino, do you have
Yes.
something?
Yes, I do have something. The problem with the showrooms is that they were always, they were always going online when I had to work, so I didn't really watch many showrooms.
Mhm.
But if I have to pick someone, and it's more because I really liked her approach, it would
Yeah.
be Nozawa Arena.
Oh, really?
Uh,
Seeing as she also, gave some attention to her international fans, and I really like what she did to also do the showrooms in English.
Yeah.
I can stand for
I can
that.
imagine.
That
Oh,
she's
yeah,
really
yeah.
noticeable what international fans are saying. Mhm.
yeah. Gino,
Yeah.
I have to add to that because Robin turned me on to Nozawa Arena's showroom, the English one, and I checked it out. I didn't do anything the first time, but then the second time I checked it out, I actually like just gave her some random comments. She immediately started talking to me because I was like, I'm from LA. She's like, oh, LA, I really want to go to LA and California. And then I was like, so what's your favorite book? She's like, oh, I like all books. I read this. And then we just started talking until I like disappeared. But it was like she totally blew me away. And the one thing about her, that, and maybe you can attest to this, Gino, is she's an idol that needs lifted up. Like, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's-
Yeah. Absolutely.
Robin.
I checked her position in certain songs when I was checking out the best song for the year. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
She is always in that number 16 slot. In the back,
Yeah.
hardly noticeable, hardly has any screen time, and it feels wrong. It feels like she is from originally from JKT, but she is a Japanese person. And now in AKB, she always has to say from, oh, I'm fully Japanese. No, I'm not a half or something. I just know English, Indonesian, and Japanese. But so it's just,
Yeah.
I would rather for 2017 see her be more upfront. And it's also on her side, not only on our side. She has like this very big shell around her, and hopefully it gets cracked open and that she shines in front of the stage.
Yeah, I do hope that being in the new Junkin single,
Exactly.
that it's
Yeah.
going to help her get elevated more in 2017.
Yes, and Nozawa was amazing in the new Junkin single MV, and
Exactly.
she really stood out because she's like a foot taller than all the other girls, pretty much. But also like I think though, like in what Robin said as far as her show goes, I mean the girl's been actually kind of harassed and like was told she's not that pretty. So like the last showroom she did and the last one to
Strange
my
angle,
knowledge
yeah.
she's done, yeah, like she didn't even put the camera on her face. It's like you poor thing,
She did
It's-
fall asleep though.
But then at the same time she
Yeah.
fell asleep. So it was like, and then she kept saying she wasn't sleeping. It's like, yes, you were sleeping. We could see you sleeping.
But maybe we'll still come back soon because another one on showroom side, Yamaguchi Maho, we had a whole
Oh, yes.
conversation on this, and
Oh,
sad that
yes.
it's in the show. But she's back. She did a
Oh,
showroom,
so
and
happy.
the first thing she
Yep.
did, she made a pun.
Yep.
Tadai Mahoho. It's like, thank you. Thank you for the pun. But she's like, she loved it. The love in the chat of people saying, welcome back, we missed you. And it's like, that's what she needed. That's what you like to hear. It's like, you know what? Oh, there are 5,000 people who are saying they missed me. That's a good feeling to have. So,
well, also,
yeah.
Also, too, Robin, I was gonna say, and it reinforces the fact that no one bought even for a second what people were trying to say about her with the scandal. We crushed that. I think
there's no
collectively,
scandal.
right? Exactly. There
There is
wasn't
none.
even one.
So, yeah.
Collectively, everyone crushed it. It was a good moment for the fan community, for AKB to show, like, yeah, we don't buy it. Especially it's Maho. I mean, if it was somebody else, maybe it's her. I mean, come on, that's not her. It can't be. So it's good to see her back.
But alright, my favorite showroom, best showroom of the
Oh, here we
year
go.
is going, not biased at all, Okada Nana.
Figures.
Who would have
Over it.
thought?
Who would have
I,
thought?
I, I
Never really
have
guessed that
I
one.
have my reasons.
Do tell.
Never
Do
would've
elaborate.
guessed.
Do
Yeah.
elaborate.
Thanks to these showrooms, we have been blessed with another Okada. Of course,
Ah.
Okada her sister.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's just because of one day she just had her voice like, I can't talk very well. So at 2 o'clock my sister is joining, and since then it's like these two are fun together. It's like a great pair. They did stuff, but also the showroom type. Before Jurina did her EDM showrooms and her cooking and stuff like that, Okada Nana did a special showroom where her sister was sitting in the corner monitoring the chat. She was practicing for her stage, so you could see
Right.
her practice for the entire Team 4 stage, and they went to every song with it. And it was fun to see how that works. I was thinking there are so many songs for a show. How do they practice? Like, well, they practice in their room just one night before. Let's see. I'm sorry for the Facebook pop-up. I need to close that. Yeah, but so those showrooms, but then eventually, because of the showrooms, we saw her sister so much. We saw her then at Junken type. DX, you're still saying, and it didn't happen. It didn't happen, sadly.
Yeah, sadly so. Sadly
No
so.
Temo Demo
Eating my
by
words.
Okada sisters.
I was gonna
Eating my
ask. I was just
yeah.
gonna ask. Yeah.
So the
Eating my
hey,
words.
maybe request hour. There's still
Let's
time.
hope so. Let's hope so.
There's still a possibility, but yeah, there was so much fun with that, and I think it also helped with Okada, breaking out more. She's just always been like open to the fans, but because of showroom, and I think for a lot of members is that, you can get to know her better, and
Mhm.
it feels more connected because you're actually live there instead of going to a handshake event. No offense to handshake events because I've never been there. I really want to, but it's 1, 2, or 3, actually 3 seconds or maybe 10 seconds and out, and then
Yeah.
they maybe forget you. But then you're in chat. They don't see your face, but they can read your comments, and they it gets to them and it gets to us as well. How they go out through their day, and it's like, okay, going showroom, hey guys, how are you doing? So what are we doing today? Well, I did this and that, stuff like that, and this is a great system, and that's why for me Okada Nana's showroom is just the great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Yes.
Agreed. Yeah, bringing in an Okada a sister like that was a blessing for us. It's like an extended member of the 48 family.
Yeah.
That was truly unexpected, and it's all because of showroom. So I could see your point with that, and of course, yeah, it's Hiroshi. So I figured that was gonna pop up.
I
Yeah.
thought you were gonna say Okada Nichan.
Imoto-san.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, she did
Oh,
reveal her
that's
name
fun.
with a showroom on with Matsui Jurina. They They went out to
Oh,
dinner and they
yes.
did a showroom, the three of them together. Also amazing. I
Awesome.
still hopefully for the next year in 2017 there's going to be more and more showrooms because they also use the auditions for
Oh,
showroom
yes,
for 16
yes,
gen.
yeah,
For
16 gen,
NMB they did it, for SKE, maybe HKT New Generation, or even NGT and stuff like that. New shows like Kimidare. It just showroom is a great concept and should continue. You know, just elevate more and we'll see. Yeah.
It's all thanks to Taguchi Kazue,
Why?
the guy who just throws Tokyo Towers at everyone.
Oh, really? Wow.
So expensive. There are now even more expensive stuff
Yep.
than Tokyo Towers. There are now Mount Fuji's that are
Yep.
$500, and
The Skytree and the Tokyo Skytree.
for 200, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
250, I think.
Oh
That's
my
amazing.
god.
I haven't seen it yet, but it'll definitely happen once.
Oh, it will
Yeah.
come.
Yeah.
$500, you know, take it. You don't need it, right? Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's go to our next category then. Well, since we're talking about members in showroom, let's go into the most improved member of the year.
Oh, yes.
First of all,
Okay.
I will go to Derek on this one. Who do you think is the most improved member of the 48er group?
You're gonna hate me for this because like I have a couple of these categories where I kind of have a tie, but I'm not gonna go too much into it. But my most improved is Komiharu.
Yeah.
I think because I got to actually see her trajectory of going from where she was in 2015 through 2016, thanks to the documentary. Plus, there you go. Thank you, DX. Not to mention her improvement in ranking. My God, she never ranked, and then she goes from that to where
Exactly.
she ended
Other
up.
girls, other girls, yeah.
She's incredible. I'd say as a quick runner up, Dasu. I think her making Kami 7 after her horrible entry in the Sasenkyo last year was really a great improvement on her too. But for most part, it's Komiharu. I don't think anyone could touch her trajectory this year,
Exactly.
honestly.
Agree
And
with
good
you
for
there
her.
also, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go then with Gino. What do you think?
Well, I thought this was a very hard category to choose from
Mm.
because there are many members who improved in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
But I think for me, the one who pretty much stood out was Oshima Ryoka.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Do
Why is
elaborate,
that?
do elaborate.
Also, the same. If you look at Komi, she was also not ranked, and then ranked really high. That's the same thing. What happened with her?
Yeah,
Because
true.
2015 she didn't rank, and now she became 32nd or something, 33rd. Something
Yeah,
in
yeah,
that,
yeah.
Something like
that
that.
Which
range,
is amazing.
which is also very amazing. And but also if you look at what she's doing now with Kabuska, she has more presence than I think than a year ago, and that's why I put her as most improved member this year.
And it's not because she just turned 18. Just keep it in mind.
What are you insinuating?
No. I said on a previous show because Oshima Ryoka is lately getting on my, it's like, hey, have you noticed Oshima Ryoka? So I wonder what she's doing. It's like, and then I noticed like, oh, she just turned 18. Maybe that's the reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some entwine in that. But yeah, she
You
amazingly
sick
got ranked
man.
up.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I'm a sick
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
Sometimes it's almost crazy to think of how young these girls really are because they act so mature and some of them do, and then you're like, what, you're that old? And you're like, why was I even thinking about you in any way other than you're a dancer? So I totally understand. Like you find yourself sometimes accidentally, in that position.
All right. Yo, who do you have?
Can I say it the way I usually say it?
Oh, dear.
If
Oh,
you
dear.
okay, rip
Oh, dear.
headphone users.
Yeah, I'm getting
Be
ready
careful,
for this.
Get ready.
Go
get ready.
ahead, yeah.
I think you know what I'm gonna say. And, all right, you can do it, but try. Do it away from the mic. Here we go.
Okay.
Okay.
This is good.
Okay, do
This is
it.
good.
Count,
Do
do
it.
a countdown.
ahead.
Do a countdown. Do a countdown.
3.
5.
Oh, okay. 4. 3. 2.
Ah, crap.
1.
Wow.
You're like a it's like you're going to a rocket launch and it's like, all right, 5, 4, 3. Oh crap! And then like, what? What? Like an explosion coming. You don't want to hear those words.
Abort. Yeah.
Try again.
Again.
In 3,
Maybe,
2, 1.
Satan!
I am so sorry, people.
Sorry about that, people.
But you have been warned. For those who didn't get that, or put it on mute or anything like that, it's Fukuoka Sena from 15 Gen. I agree with that. It's not my pick, but I agree with it. Tell us more. Yeah, elaborate.
Do tell.
Like she. Oh no, cause when I was in Two Shots, there's this one guy in tuxedo. I said it before in another episode. Like there's this old guy in full tuxedo with freaking Seichan headband and full Seichan gear, and like every lane she comes, and like he's shouting Seichan over and over, and like Seichan actually comes out on like you could clearly see her every lane, like waving to this guy. I'm like, okay. Then showroom pops up, like, oh, Seichan, I know Seichan now, like blah blah blah, and like on the recent AK bingo, like they showed how she really wanted to go in, and like as soon as she went in, like she literally ate a lot of sushi just to get in freaking AK bingo. Wait, what?
Yeah, we're listening.
Yeah, we're listening.
Your cam is a little down though. We
Yeah.
can see. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, like she literally ate like 20 pieces of sushi just to be in AK bingo.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
She's on more regularly now. But I gotta elaborate on your side. So it started with the Komiyama extended version documentary. So things are going well for Komiyama. She was then, ranked as Undergirls. She was in the new song in Senbatsu. Things were going well for her. But then you see one in the back, and it was Fukuoka Sena. She was crying. She's like, I'm happy for her, but now I'm also get the feeling like I'm getting behind. What can I do? And I think since then it started for her that she had to change herself, and then she cut her hair from this length to here.
Yeah.
Then she did the showroom, of course, with the cry for I just want to be on AK Bingo. I need to do something. That cry got attended to, and then got an AK Bingo. Then Watame Mayu noticed her, and she's actually very close now with her. Going through line, going on like dinner dates, stuff like that. And now she's also the under for Senbatsu. When I believe who was it? Someone who couldn't show up for High Tension. And then the first they call is Fukuoka Sena being in that song. So I wouldn't worry about her. Most improved member, it maybe been at the end of the year that improved. But yeah, you can definitely see she's going places.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well put.
So for my pick, I picked Kato Rena.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
Yes.
I can totally see that.
The
I can
thing
see this
for her
also, yeah.
changed. It started a bit last year, so I'm cheating a little bit with the Renashi Senbatsu. But for herself, she didn't, got in Senbatsu or shows and anything. And in this year, you can see she got ranked higher, got into the Senbatsu songs in a row in a couple of times. Of course, the second Renashi Senbatsu is even bigger than before. And, she's now like always there. She's now frontline setter, even though she's been in the group for I think 4 or 5 years now, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
and now we're starting to notice actually Renachi, being there. So for me, that's like the improvement. She did so much for the group, but not only for herself, but for other members. The people who are the underdogs and not showcased are being now put frontline center. They have a chance instead of the normal Sosenkyo to be, in the spotlight. And I like to thank Katarina for that. That's what we're missing.
what's interesting about that is Renachi. Like I never looked at her like that. Like I always, first of all, I just she's never been on my radar. I've never really cared for her. But I've always had the impression of her that she's, I don't want to say conceited. That's too strong of a word. But maybe just kind of like over here and the other members are over here. But you're right. When she did her Renachi Sasenkyo, you saw her really trying to give other members that wouldn't maybe normally have a chance to have the spotlight. And then also too, like her personality on AK Bingo lately has been coming out where you do see her kind of like, even she gets singled out a lot, but
Yeah.
like she throws it right back, and then she's always trying to give, I think, other members the attention. So that is an improvement from my impression of her last year and the year before, where she was just sort of like, oh, it's Renachi, like she's just over here.
I think she's
very good point.
has like social I wouldn't say anxiety, but more like stays to herself. Yeah, I was getting to that because Gino can chip in for that because he had it witnessed firsthand.
Oh yeah.
I
Go
think
Go
she's
for it.
getting better and better. Well, now with members, she sees them as friends and then can hang out more clearly.
right,
But
right.
still, in the open, it's still rough times for her. Maybe with fans meeting or stuff like that.
Yeah, it could also because there's a 6 foot big European white guy in front of her. That she's
That's true. That's true.
That might have something to do with it.
Yeah.
could also be one of the reasons.
No,
Yeah.
but what are you referring to though? Like when you had a handshake experience, is
Yeah.
that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you came
she-
up to
she-
her, yeah.
Yeah, I still remember it as when I went to Renachi. It was more like deer in the headlights. It was
yeah.
if I forgot the one who I shook hands with first. It was Team 4 member. I forgot her name, and then I went to Renachi, and she was like,
Wow.
so it's yeah, maybe it's anxiety. I don't know. Maybe it's just because there's a foreigner in line to shake hands with a little girl.
A little bit of this and a little bit of that.
I had
Yeah.
a different experience with that though. Like
Really?
Oh,
she was
you tell.
You tell.
like on my 2-shot with her in March. She was the only one who's actually looking at my shirt. Like, why is she
Yeah.
looking at my shirt?
So,
Eh.
how tall are you, Yeo?
Yeah.
Like 5'8", 5'9".
5'8", 5'9". Okay, so it's a little,
but, like-
little smaller.
Yeah.
I look like a local, so like she probably thought like.
Maybe that helps
Yeah,
too
might be,
as
yeah,
well.
That helps. Yeah, that helps. Yeah.
Yo, the typical. I think if you put the screen right here, you see me, Derek, and Gino, and then DX Takamina and Yeo. I think that's the middle line for
Yeah,
Renachi.
might be. Yeah, that might be it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm small, so that's fine. That's kind of funny. Yeah. And time's up. Move on.
All right, DX DX Takamina.
yeah.
Who is your most improved member of the year?
Well, for me, it's the same as Derek. That would be Komiharu, just because she went from unranked to pretty much a Senbatsu member now. And yeah, I don't need to further elaborate on it because Derek said it perfectly. So I'm just gonna say I'm going for Komiharu. So yeah.
It's good to see that well, they're not only these are our favorites of most improved, but of course, let's go to the list on some forum sites like Stage 48 or on our
Yes.
Facebook group.
Go for it.
So we have here Somi Haruka saying best year for member or most improved member. I'm sorry, it's
Alright.
Matsuoka Hana.
Hanna-chan. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
imagine that.
and
yeah.
the same
With
goes
the
for
first song,
Tommy Idok. He's the or she's saying he or she. I'm sorry, I'm just seeing pictures. It's
Don't worry.
Matsuko Hana as well, and
Yep.
here we go again. Crossfakes Killa saying also Matsuko Hana. It's like they all see that being center in the HKT song is just a well improved
Exactly.
from being a new member to or a draftee to center
The center
front
pretty
line
much,
for
yeah.
for a good song actually.
Yeah,
Sure,
exactly.
sure, I'd buy
Really
that.
like that.
Although I'm going to be devil's advocate, so
Uh-oh.
yeah, it was great putting her in that spot, and she did perform well. Of course, the favorite of Goto on Odekake, but where does she go from here? And I
Well,
have not
true,
yet
yeah.
seen it, elevated more. It's just now she's being she's there. So it's an improvement, but you need to go up more if you want to stay there. You know,
So you're
otherwise you
saying
fall
you're
down the mountain.
fearing. So the thing you're saying is you're fearing complacency. Just you think she's already there, but she doesn't improve further. You would say, yeah. Complacent. I would say, yeah.
It's a one shot. It's now like she's still elevating on the last single, but next single she is in the center. And what will her role be then? How does she keep staying at that spot? You got to cling on, because everybody is just hoping or just being hungry to go higher and higher, and be a new center point of that. So I'm
True.
afraid we'll if she doesn't improve, we'll just fade away. It's like, remember Matsuko Kana? You know, that's what I'm afraid of.
Right. Yeah.
Time will tell.
Mm-hmm.
True. Only
Well,
time
I
will
I think Hana-chan's biggest obstacle isn't even necessarily, I think, going to be her own personal like development. It's going to be the youth assault of HKT, because their young members are insane. And I mean, like, if you look at like Maria, like she is such a darling there, and then on top of that you have Nakomiku, and I mean, just HKT is all about like those type of members. They're the kawaii group, and I think that's why they're also one of the most appreciated and respected groups, and they're also one of the groups that has the lowest incident of graduated members, I think, for the past couple years now. And Hana-chan is in a sea of all these girls. Like, she, for her to get picked, that was good, to stand out. And then on top of that, with Odekake being Goto-san's like favorite, that certainly helped. That brought her up. But I would say it's going to be hard for her, man. I think that's going to be the more difficult thing, is when she's standing next to the cute little Maria, how
exactly.
how can she compete with that girl? Everyone's like, oh, you're so cute. Oh, Hana, hi, how you doing? She's going to have an issue. So we'll see.
Yeah. I'm just checking the list here if there's someone else name. I'm seeing from Christafari that most improved member is Hidaka Yuzuki, and I have no clue. Does anyone have a clue? Can elaborate on that?
Sadly, I actually can't.
Then it doesn't feel then on that side. Maybe improve, but.
Chris is a very good friend of mine, and he's certainly a big contributor to the AKB fandom. For him to say that makes sense, because he really tends to enjoy and love a lot of the members that aren't necessarily known, because he likes finding those girls that he can support. That are the gems in the rough. So I sorry I'm failing you on this, Chris, if you're watching, or you will watch, but it makes sense.
Maybe by the time next year, everybody will like, oh yeah, of course, we remember her.
He's good at that. He's good at finding girls that no one knows, and then all of a sudden they become huge. He's been a fan since like back in the day when you could just go to an AKB show,
really?
and
Wow.
It wasn't that hard if you were not a Japanese person. Now it's impossible.
Now I am going to cheat a little bit on this. Not too much time spent. I excluded the 46 groups on this list, but I gotta say, most improved member gotta be Hirate Yurina from Keikazaka 46 also. It's amazing what this girl's doing.
The Fear Center, yeah.
I recently said it. She is the Maida Atsuko of Keikazaka 46. That's
Sure.
That Futari Seizo moment where she danced alone, that just captures me every time. It's just such a great segment.
Yeah.
She kills it.
Yeah, just cheating a little bit. If I go to the categories, a lot of Keikazaka 46 will be on this, so let's just keep it fair for now. Maybe next year I'll extend it to the 46 groups.
Oh boy.
Right on.
Okay. Well, we have most improved, but we also have best year for member. So, which member of the entirety of 40 group had their best year? Had their greatest moments? Let's go with Gino on this one first.
Go for it.
Well, I can be really short on this one, because it's not really. How can I say this best? She's always been on the top, and it's only continuing to rise. So it's for me, it's Yamamoto Saika.
Same here.
She had her solo album. She's doing concerts for that solo album. I think this is a good year for her to realize her potential, and that's probably only going to get bigger.
Yeah, I agree that it's the same one on my list. Sayane is the they announced it when the the hand guy who always reads on AK Bingo. Sayane won
Oh,
that
yeah.
at the first place,
Shimada,
and
yeah.
she had her amazing year. You know, being the Senbatsu, of course, still being the ace of NMB and trying to keep this group alive. But yeah, the biggest thing is of course her album, her solo album, and it being a success. You know, the tour, and I'm still saying, NMB is great and all, but it's time to go for your. This is the perfect time to say, you know
Yep.
what, thank
I'm
you
done.
for everything.
Yeah.
I'm going on my own, because amazing year for Sayane.
Yeah, Saine was a close second for who I picked, but I would say I would add to what you said. It had to be so difficult for Saine to lose all the members she lost. I
Yeah.
mean, Milky especially, and then Ketchi's leaving, and
Yeah.
it's
Sue.
it's Sue,
Sue.
which Sue is a big loss. I would say she's weathered the storm, and she sounds better than ever. Not to mention she had a lot of vocal issues. If we remember, her throat was all screwed up, and she overcame that as well. And it's like she didn't miss a beat. That girl is a monster in AKB48 as far as like what she has done. But I'm scared that she's been the most improved member as your guys' picks, because that usually means now she's on to bigger and better things. I don't want to see her go.
Yeah.
Her
Yeah.
Senkyo position was sadly not that much of a difference.
Weirdly enough, yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's more focus. It's more proof. Focus on your own career, because AKB48 group, you don't need them. I think
No,
you
not
would be
anymore.
better on your own. And then your Starline on show is like AKB48 or NMB48 featuring Yamamoto Saika. I think that would be a
Right.
better concept than just
Yeah.
being again in that group.
Agreed.
Yeah. So Yeho, on your side, who is the best year for member?
For me, it's I'm leaning towards the new people right now, so
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. It's your choice.
Yeah.
Nakai Rika for me.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Elaborate.
She jumped out.
Because like on her showrooms, especially because it's always been about showroom right now.
Yeah.
Like she always tries to read the comments and like try to be like a Ukraine style of person in showroom. Like she like winks, like whatever she does, like you know that the fans actually want her. Every time she goes online, like there's like 20,000 people like directly towards her every time she's online, and like she has sold out handshake tickets. Like all her like handshakes are like sold out, and the two shots, because like it's so close. Like you can literally have your face beside her right now, and like that's actually insane. Like I'm pretty sure the staff are gonna be like, wait, no, you can't.
Oh wow.
But like she always does it, and that's why everyone like, oh yeah, I need to go take a two shot with her. She's like, I can't even say the. She's very Surishi. That's what I said.
Fisher. Yeah, Fisher. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's
I know what
very
you're saying.
Fisher, and like, as soon as she got noticed in showroom, like she has all this MC's work now, even joining Kabasuka Gakuen, like from.
That's a big jump, yeah.
It's
Like-
huge.
Yep. It's huge.
You've been in like a new group, and you've become part of the main show of AKB, which is like the Magiska Gakuen series.
She's also
Yeah.
going to be in
Yeah.
Tofu Wrestling in main cast.
Yeah,
Oh, is
Yep.
she?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Good for her.
like the constant work that she's getting because of showroom makes her like most improved for me. So
It feels best year for member. You mean the most improved was the other topic.
yeah, best
Yeah.
member. For
Yeah.
her.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
best year for her.
I compare
For me.
Nakai Rika's story to like HKT's version when they started. So when HKT had their first single on there, they had Tashima Meru. Oh, I'm so bad. Meru. What's her first name or her last name?
Tashima.
Tashima.
That's
Thank
right.
you
You're right.
guys.
You're right.
Tashima Meru.
Okay.
Yeah.
She started out as the ace, as the front line, and as Go and HKT, and then it started to decline. And it goes same with Kato Minami. So she just like, well, she didn't center the first song, but of course the focus was on Kato Minami, and then it started. You know what? Let's focus on the other NGT members, and then Nakai just elevated with rockets going on there. Sadly, she didn't rank for Sosenkyo. You can also see she did it in the day one sales. She did rank. But then she fell out of it. I think she became well in the top 100. So she was
Yeah,
going there.
I think 96.
96. Okay.
Yeah. So
Around 96.
it's already amazing to go there. But after that, people started to notice her. What you said, showroom. She did great. She won also an award for best showroom for AKB 48. And then she did the backstage showroom with Aoki at the Junken tournament. That was also good for her. And then, to be honest, a great year for her to be in this new position. Although I'm just worried because she's still new, she doesn't know the hardships, and maybe it gets too spoiled for her at one point. You know,
Oh,
it's
right,
like
right,
I am an ace, and she'll never recognize that she's been lower than that. You know,
Yeah.
and hopefully if she crashes, that she does. You know what? I can live through this and climb again instead of, I'm already done, I'll quit.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, what's her age, by the way? Because I'm wondering if age is also going to be an issue, that she's going to in a rebellion phase.
Okay.
619, I think.
19? Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Also,
I have
I
a
have
feeling
an
we're-
adult mind.
We're gonna see her in Sosenkyo this year. She's
Yeah.
gonna get an Oshima Ryoka push, I think, and
Yeah.
she's gonna end
Undergirls.
up. She's easily gonna get Undergirls, or if she doesn't, it'd be weird. Her fans should really support her. I mean, the amount of support she gets in showroom, I wouldn't even be surprised if she gets even deeper than Undergirls. But we'll see.
Maybe depends on who will be at Sosenkyo. They announced
Well,
Sashihara will be
Sashi
at
is in.
Sosenkyo this
Yep.
year.
Oh boy.
Kashiwaki Yuki said,
Oh,
it was
boy.
my last show, Sosenkyo. Liar! She's going to be in there anyway. And Mukuichi Mion, for some reason, said, I'm also going to be at Sosenkyo. It's like, really? Did not expect that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Nakai Rika,
that's
yeah,
right.
an amazing year for her as well. Okay, then for me, I said Sayane, and then DX Takamina, what do you say for best year?
Well, for me it would be Sayane as well, and
Okay.
not gonna go too deep into the reason because it's already been said. So
And
yeah.
Derek, what's your category?
Yeah, well, Sayane was, like I said, my close runner-up. Definitely a close second, but I have to give it to Sashi. And the
Yeah,
reason
yes.
why, aside from the obvious of her winning the Sosenkyo, I mean, she didn't just win it; she crushed it.
Yeah.
I mean, the
the
amount of
vote,
votes
yeah,
she got.
the vote difference was good for a Senbatsu spot. So yeah.
243,011 votes.
That is the most ridiculous vote count in the history of AKB. I mean, even if we adjust for inflation, in terms of fans and whatnot, that were around during the Maeda Atsuko years versus her, she still just crushes Maeda's best easily.
Exactly.
And I'm accounting for the fact that AKB wasn't as popular as they are now, you know. But that's not it. That's not the only reason. She went on a variety spree, and she started showing up not just on AKB variety
Everywhere.
shows,
Nope.
everywhere. So by doing that, she expanded the AKB48 universe to so many people that maybe necessarily didn't have the chance to see the awesomeness of AKB. And there was a moment on one of the talk shows, I want to say it was this past year, where she was harassed and made fun of, and and was kind of called Busaiku, and she actually had tears in her eyes, and she bounced right back, and she she showed to me that she had the best year because she was unbreakable. And if that wasn't enough, she
Untouchable,
put
yeah.
out
Yeah.
she easily put out the best, maybe easily the top 1, 2, or 3 photo book. I mean,
Oh, yeah. It's kind of
And,
poison or something.
You know,
like that,
and she even in that, she still somehow managed to top every single other person by releasing the butt shot of her, you know,
Yeah.
which was so crazy that Akipi did it too. And
yeah. Oh, God.
Why?
sorry to put sorry
Oh,
to put
I
that
didn't
image
do
in your head.
Why?
I didn't do that. I
Well,
didn't
no,
do
but
that.
but that's my point. Is she's an influencer, and she has the best reach, and that influence grew from her being, yeah, she won the Susenkyo, you know, the year before, whatever, to world domination. And now and on top of that, she's gonna go again for maybe a possible three-peat. Oh my
Oh,
God,
boy.
this girl is unstoppable.
Yep.
I love her, and she proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that she deserved that title, you know, a couple times now, as far as being the ace. So
Yeah,
kudos to her.
add on that, so
Mm.
her schedule on weekly TV shows is insane. So not only she's on Downtown regularly,
Yep.
just being a guest or having segments, you know, being in bar and just drinking, and that's also amazing that she is allowed to do that. Producing, you know, the HKT documentary came out. She did the HKT versus NGT show with Kitara Rie. Then her normal shows like Odekake, of course, that's also with Goto. But then the day before or 2 days before, she does another show. I forget what the name is, but that's also where she is. Then she has her own specific shows where she has guests on, and so on and so on. This girl is amazingly busy, and she has so much to do. And that's the thing, she gives so much back than that all she's getting from, and she deserves the number one spot, and that's why the vote count was so high. I think on the whole, on AKB48 group, the most well-known right now is Sashi Harino. And like you said, even bigger than Maida Atsuko, even bigger than Oshima Yuko. It is like everyone knows her, and this is the link. That's why she's still, I think, going into Sosenkyo. You know what? I want more knowledge of AKB, so I'll be still there in AKB.
And you said it, and I think that's also, again, it's just the power that she has, and let's not forget that this girl a few years ago was literally thinking her career was over before she got transferred to HKT, and everybody else thought that too. But I would say even when she was in AKB, we saw her slowly going up in rank, you know, or she was getting better and better. Then she had her scandal, and then next thing you know, she's on top of the world. It's the best idol story ever, and this is for a girl who loves idols. So you couldn't. It's so fairy tale. Like, you can make a movie about it, and maybe they will someday. You know, Sashi's incredible. So definitely had the best year in my opinion. She's had a best couple years in my opinion. So
3-time number one.
yeah. It's
Okay,
amazing.
so we looked at members for best year, but now let's go for a group. So what would be the best group in AKB48? So all of them. Let's see who we go first. You know what? Let's go with me first then. It might be a surprise. For me, it's Team 8.
Oh, really? Yes.
The amount of work Team 8 is doing, you know, going to Philippines recently, having the Toyota karting experience. The members are getting more and more well known, even though they're such a large group. Their concerts are always sold out. It's as a group, they're untouchable in sports, in shows, in singing. Amazing. They're just this one giant unstoppable force, and I'm scared what will happen in 2017 if Team 8 is going like this.
Yeah.
All right, let's go then to DX Takamina. Who do you think?
Well, for me, it would probably be for me, it is HKT48 because they're the only group that actually dares to take risks. With Hana-chan being the new center, with the upcoming song, with a completely new lineup in the Sanbatsi. So, yeah, for me, it would be the best group, HKT48. But merely because they dare to take chances, and I really respect that. So, it's not like NMB, they're always betting on Sayane. No, HKT actually dares to switch it up quite a bit, really often. So, yeah, that would be my pick.
I completely agree with DX, because I also have HKT48 as best group of the year. Also because they released very good songs this year as well. It was all upbeat, it was all fun. So I have to agree with HKT48.
Okay, then Derek, on your side.
So I went a little wider, not just to include teammate, but I said AKB as a whole, not AKB48, but AKB, as far as the team, like all,
Yeah, yeah,
team
totally.
Yeah,
AB.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think there's a couple different reasons why. First of all, they did very well in the Sasankyo. They had the most members of any group enter into the Sasankyo. To be fair, they had the most members participating, so there's of course more of a chance. But two of their members were in the top 5, which is amazing. I mean, that's pretty cool considering how crowded AKB48 as a whole is. If that wasn't enough, they survived Takamina's graduation, which I didn't think they could do as well as they have since her leaving. They've just bounced right back. It's almost like, it's weird to say, but I don't say I don't miss Takamine, because I do, but it's like Yui Han has taken over. She's done a good job. She's inspired us to like her, and she's great on Kabasuka and the little roles that she has. I like her. I'd say also the biggest reason, again, is you're sensing a theme here. They're surviving so many things. They survived AK Bingo's massive change. Losing the bad boys this past year was terrible,
Yeah.
and yet they survived it. And Women's Rush Hour has done a great job. They've reinvented the entire show. It has a whole different kind of feel to it, which I think is a good thing. An AKB member won the Junkin tournament, and not only just any AKB member, a loved fan favorite. Like, Tanamin is so beloved by fans because she's like that girl that's always in the back that should be in the front, but she doesn't care to be because she's getting drunk all the time. She doesn't care. So you love her, and if that wasn't enough, they put out the best single since Boku Tachiwa Tatakawanai, which was Love Trip. I think that's going to be a classic. It's going to be something that, like, maybe not so much this year, but in a few years we'll look back and think, oh yeah, that song owned. High Tension was a good runner-up. I know we've had our opinions about it, but I got to be honest, the more I hear it, the more I love it, and it's just, it gets more fun for me. I think when you take all these things into account, how could AKB not be the group that had the best year? Because they owned it. And I mean, Sashi, yeah, she might have taken the top spot, but in a way, I don't even look at her as part of HKT anymore, because she's just like the supreme goddess of AKB48's family. You know what I mean? And
Understandable,
she
yeah.
kind of,
Yeah, I can see
just,
that.
she's above everyone. HKT to me is like girls like Hana-chan and Harupi and Sakura-tan and stuff. Not Sashi. You almost don't even hear Sashi because she's always in the background, letting these girls have the forefront. You know what I mean? And also, HKT's all about youth. Sashi's not exactly you can call youthful anymore.
Well, true.
But AKB48, they killed it. They owned it. I give them a lot of respect this year. It's they earned that title in my opinion for this year.
Yeho, how about you?
I'm going with the Nuggets.
NGT?
NCT. Yes. Oh wait.
Nuggets.
Go for it. Explain, please.
Because, like, during their first year, they try to be noticed all the time. And with Sashi's help, Sashi, they have the new show, and like, that's why I had Koguma Tsugumi as best showroom and Nakai Rika as best year, because of the constant push of NGT's getting, even though like they don't have a single yet. I love what they're doing, like, especially with the Nuggets. They're like, oh, NGT, we're gonna release a 48-piece Nuggets, and we're gonna call it 48 Nuggets. Yay!
The McDonald's section,
Yeah.
Yeah. Wouldn't you agree that the Sasankyo, like NGT almost stole the show at the concert? The NGT,
Oh my God.
like when they came out, weren't they great? I mean, they gave me
yeah.
goosebumps, and the fact that it was held at Echo Stadium and Niigata, like, I mean, that you're right. They've had a massive push, haven't they?
Yeah. I forgot what I was supposed to say.
Well, to be elaborate on it, so the concert at Sosenkyo, Max 315 was one of the best performances I've seen ever. It was so much emotion behind it,
exactly.
so much in sync. You can see they practice a lot. The thing is, the reason it's not on my list is they still don't have their first single out.
Yeah, next year.
Yeah.
And that's a huge
Disappointing.
problem for me. And that maybe it's not on their side, but it feels like maybe Sony Music, it feels like they're not ready. That they still are missing something. The individually members, they are standing out. But as a group, they are not ready. They still have the Kenkyusei on there who have not been promoted yet. There's now a first live concert. Maybe we'll see how they do in that. So that's a good opportunity for them in 2070. But like I said, on a group, NGT is it feels like they're still not ready to be there. Individually, some of them they're ready to go. Put them in Senbatsu for the AKB singles. That's fine. But 2017 will be different for them.
Okay.
I would add to what you said, Robin, that like if we see NGT members getting Kennen positions soon, it wouldn't surprise me. I could certainly see them getting a lot of that. I wanted to add really quick to what I said about like one other thing about AKB that I think we should mention is that the graduation rate for them was the largest, I think, of any group. They had almost 30 members graduate this year, or at least announce graduation. And we're not talking just any members. We're talking about 2 first gens, if you count Kojiharu's announcement, and obviously Takamina, Paruru, Wasserman, which was a huge loss to them. Huge. I think the biggest loss the whole year, even almost as much as Takamina, in my opinion. Makun, you had, of course, Awada Nana, Nishino Miki, the 3 Musketeers are no more. You had Uchima Natsuki, who Naki was such a fan favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, she was a like Kami Tayo handshake girl.
Yeah.
And then if that wasn't enough, I mean, we lost our English girl Hillary. So it's like, and of course Iwata Karen, who how can we forget her?
There are so many. There are so many on the list.
So many. So that's, but AKB survived it. Yeah. I still think they're going strong. Like I don't know. It's important to say.
Okay. Well, with groups on that, so we talked about a bit about the best shows. So this category is not only entitled only on TV shows. I mean, like in a whole. What is the best show you've seen or experienced on the AKB48 group? And let's go to DX Takamina first.
Well, for me, after the switching of the MCs, I would say AK Bingo. With Women Rush Hour, they really revitalized the show, and it was really needed. AK Bingo was getting a bit stale, I would say. Not necessarily stale, but it needed something different. And well, sometimes you just need a new person to do the MC, and
it needs something to shake things up. Yeah.
Yeah. And the new MCs, well, they did what they did. They really did what was needed, and I really enjoy watching AK Bingo again. It isn't the same as usual, and I really like it. The show is becoming great again, if I have to say that quote. But yeah, AK Bingo is great again. Yeah.
What's your favorite moment so far on AK Bingo with the new lineup with Women's Rush Hour and everything? What's been the real standout?
I would say one of the latest episodes, the whole Hayasaka Tsugumi and Muramoto date. Yeah.
It was a great episode.
That was great. I really like it.
Going to a cat cafe and stuff like that.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Oh my god, I laughed so hard. But when they were at the cat cafe and she was taking a picture and he was like,
yeah.
This is
for me on that note, yeah, Muramoto is amazing, like the whole Women Rush Hour. I think the first battle against him was a good episode, where with the badminton and eating the cakes on the front of the faces, or if I know it's like that. When they were going to dissect how women act, and you know what? Because you are wearing black clothes, you are like this type of person. Or, you take pictures of your dog, but you're mostly into the screen on that. Those are like expanding on it. Those are great episodes. It, like, the new concept, the bad boys would like physically intimidate them, but Muramoto is going to just mentally just psychological games, getting them to them. And some people disagree on his approach very much, but I see it as a new elevation for the members. Like you said with Sashihara, maybe getting harassed or saying stuff like that, but it bounces back and coming stronger back ever. More members need to be like that, and I think Muramoto is the one to do that on AK Bingo, because AK Bingo is a safe haven for that. But the episodes have been great. It's there are so many good moments with the guy, and compared to the career of the Bad Boys, I would say Muramoto just already killed it in his first couple of episodes already.
Yeah, he's a different feel and flavor for the girls.
Yeah.
I love how he mentally broke down Komiharu, and then look, now she's built back up, and you
She's
can
still
tell she's
there.
a little tougher now, and she's tougher. And
Yeah.
and I compare him almost to like a Marine drill sergeant from the United States Army who like could be a little harassing, but he's doing it for a reason. He's not doing
Yeah.
it to be a jerk. He's doing it because he actually does care about these girls, I think. And it's
Yeah.
also just his personality.
Like
But
I said,
it's-
if he
yeah.
goes too far, he goes on a date with them.
Yeah.
That
That's
happens.
what
That was so
Paradise
funny.
was saying.
Have you seen the episode after that? So they're now
Yes.
doing the
Oh, they're
Yeah.
freaking out.
the
Yeah.
moves.
They were
So
freaking
before
out
the
there.
show
What?
starts, he's like, "Hey," it's like talking like everybody's like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "Did you know I went on a date with her?"
And they're like, "Hey, I thought you hated him," and she's like, "Yeah, I still do."
"Oh, this is the worst." He's like, "I hate him, but I don't." It's like, okay. It's like,
What was Paradise was saying though, like, what else do you expect from an M1 champion? Like M1 is
Right?
the
Yeah.
grandest comedic title you can
yeah,
get.
yeah.
Yeah.
Could do a lot for your career. Okay, so then Derek, do you agree with AK Bingo, or do you have someone else that's best show?
AK Bingo was a close second for me, but actually I'm going to go back a little bit earlier in the year and go with HKT versus NGT, Sashi
Ah,
Kitagasen.
yeah.
The reason why is very simple because I didn't know much about the NGT girls until I saw this episode or the series, and then when I watched it, I fell in love with those girls like immediately. It was one of the quickest moments in my life in the AKB fandom for me to love so many of the members of a team so quickly because I got to see their personalities on full display, and also Kitahara Rie had a lot of great screen time during that series, and this girl like never gets it, and I think she should have much more than she does
She's
in,
very
in
funny.
anything.
Yeah.
And she's very hot, and she's very like she's easy on the eyes. But Sashi and Sashi going head to head with like Yukirin and then and Kitahara, and she's holding her own. It was classic. And then but the heroes of that show to me were the NGT girls. They just killed it. All of them did. Mahon, oh my god, she was so funny on that, and
Yeah.
just well, all of them were, but just yeah, you
That
can't
show,
beat that show.
that show brought us also Ricky. Remember him?
Oh
That's
yeah.
right. That's right.
Oh my god. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
okay, you're getting punished, you're getting a pie in the face, and then all of a sudden got this big dude, and it's like, with his American English, and then bam! Like, what just happened? That's
Oh,
Ricky.
He did, yeah. Ricky did have
Oh,
a
yeah,
bit
that's
of a
Ricky.
hard moment with Tanaka Miku.
Oh my god, that moment. It's like, for those who don't know,
Yes, elaborate for
there's a
people.
moment, then Ricky showed back up, and they're like, oh, Ricky's back, and they're clapping, and then they had to, like, persuade Ricky with a handshake moment, but they had to use English. So, so what she did, she went, like, very, very sweeter, and then he's just like, come here, and in his ears, like, saying, I love you, and he's like, oh, so she went like, don't do that. Stop it. Not you. It was such a good moment.
Yeah, for me,
Yeah, go ahead,
it's
Yayo.
the same show. Like, I have the same show as Derek, but like adding to what Ricky, the Ricky part.
Yeah.
I still remember that Nakai Rika part when she was saying the lyrics of Heavy Rotation.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They actually got scared.
I
Yeah.
want you. I need you.
I love you. Like, okay, that's too much.
Yeah.
Probably helped her though.
For me,
But, like-
yeah, go ahead.
Also on that part, when they were singing, you will never know that Kato Mina is tone deaf when she sang the Koizuru Fortune.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
It was so bad. But that's what made me love her even more. But yeah, it's so funny that she was like the head of NGT, like the captain, so to speak. Like that's why they call her Katamina, like Takamina, Katamina, and yet she can't sing.
Like,
Well,
the segment was like good voice, good voice, good voice.
And then
Kato Mina.
Kato Mina.
maybe that's the reason she's not the center and not in Senbatsu and stuff like that. Maybe she's
Who
still
knows?
it's a Tomonaga Mio effect as well. You know, she also
Oh,
had that
boy.
voice.
Oh yeah.
No, but
that was so funny, you know.
but that favorite moment, the favorite episode for me is when they had the it was slightly dokuri, so they had the Speed Racer. Am I saying it or no? What's the name? Speedwagon. I'm always
Speedwagon.
Yeah,
not
yeah.
Speed Racer. So they had Speedwagon on, and they had like this kitchen segment set up. But
That was
it was
my favorite.
it was actually
Oh,
Dokuri. They had
yeah,
like
yeah.
this magic episode. Who has the most magic? And stuff
Yeah.
everything. It like every segment was great with the blowing of the leaf blower or the pie and stuff like that, or just the foot massage. There was such a great moment, and of course with Yamada Noe going Hamburg for some reason.
Oh god, yeah.
She just kept doing it, and they were like, "Why do you keep saying that?" And she's like, "Hamburg!" Like she had like Tourette's or something. It was amazing.
There's a
Then,
guy
like-
from by the way, right? That does it like a one-shot gag.
Yeah,
They're
it's
using
exactly-
Hamburg.
It's a reference, but it's.
But
But you
also,
didn't know that though.
Yeah. Also for me, Yamaguchi Maho was doing the like. So I think Nakai Rika said, "Walk forward," and she was standing
Yeah,
before the table, and then
yeah.
bam, the table was like, "You are smart." That's.
I was
Mm.
I was literally just gonna say that was my favorite part because it was so Mahon. Like she's
Yeah.
well, okay, and it's just right. I laughed for like 5 minutes straight when I saw that because that's the first time I ever noticed her. By the way, like I didn't even really like notice her till that moment, and then I'm like, oh my god, like you're hysterical. Not only, I mean, she's very pretty, but when she did that, like I'm like, oh, like your intelligence level to do that. I love it. It's too.
Bam!
But
I
but you
really
know,
hope
we-
of season 2.
Yeah.
Robin, but you know what's interesting about that is with her, and look at what happened with her with doing the feet thing. That's even more justification that she really did just do stuff with her feet on the bed.
Yeah.
She just doesn't think, and like she's just one of those girls that like just she does these accidental things, and she
I
doesn't realize.
It's the same with Nozawa Rena. I said this before. It's
Ah,
very intelligent but ditzy. There are stuff that's
Right,
like you
exactly.
do stuff.
Yeah.
It's like maybe you should think about this before you do that, and people can play along it. But for the people who are with a blind eye, they think, all right, what's wrong with this girl? No, this is fine. She's just having fun, doing weird stuff. Let it go. And that's the whole thing with those people. It's just they're having fun. Let them
Yeah.
let them frolic and have fun.
Exactly.
agreed.
But I really hope for season 2 because we need more of this. I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
understand why we don't
Oh,
have
yeah.
season 2 yet. It should be.
I don't
around this
understand
time.
why NGT doesn't just have their own show yet.
Yeah.
Come on, give it to them.
They're single, their own show, and
They-
stuff like that.
But they already announced it though. Like there's a
Did
new
they?
show coming, I think.
There's a
I
show in the
reckon-
works, but there's no dates yet.
No, they.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the
Ah.
thing.
Yeah.
So well, maybe
Maybe
soon.
later.
Maybe soon. But yeah, last one on the list, Gino. Best show.
Well, you will never guess mine. I'm a big variety guy, and I loved the changes on AK Bingo, and the HKT versus NGT was pretty all right. But for me, the thing that made me laugh the most this year wasn't a TV show at all.
Okay.
It was the Takahashi Minami produced Chaos Stage.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And-
okay.
and
Oh,
that-
yeah,
that was-
yeah.
If something made me laugh, it was that show. It was so
Hysterical.
so weird, so abstract, so completely
Okay, yeah.
insane. It was yeah, almost perfect.
Yep.
Oh my
Yeah,
Uh,
Mayoshi was in it, so of course it's perfect.
Yeah,
Mayoshi
and-
is dominating
and-
his outfit. Hello.
Poor
And,
TMR.
and that's why I like the show. That all the variety members in it,
Mhm.
and every
Agreed.
single one of them just did what they did best, and it was
Mm-hmm.
magic.
There were no rules. This was so crazy. I have
No-
more to
no-
elaborate on that bit later. I'm saving it because
Okay.
it's on my list, but
Okay.
none of this.
Gino, I love that you're calling throwing poop magic. I'm just gonna leave that out there.
Hey, I'm a weird guy, so
It's a beautiful thing, my friend. I'm
What-
just gonna say
what's-
that.
what's in
Considering
the-
who was throwing it.
Yeah, what's in the
Exactly.
bag? Poop. Like why?
Unko.
Why?
sorry, but it was just magical.
I love it. No, that was good. Good pick. Good pick.
So-
Then let's go to this next category, and I'll start for this one. is most shocking moment of the year, and that for me is indeed Chaos Stage.
Yeah.
Ah.
I know it's maybe not the popular pick, but for me, that whole show that had so many moments, and my brain was processing it's like, what the hell is happening? Why is Uchida showing up? Why is Sayaka here? Oh, hey Sayaka. And then it's like yeah, stuff that happened also at moments.
Yeah.
Like you have Momoka from NMB there doing the weirdest things there. Yeah, like
Yeah.
these
In bondage, in
bodybuilders
bondage.
showing up, and they're she's grinding against them. You have Nakani Shichiri with Tani Marika doing the sexy song and just going on town to each other. It's like, holy, what am I? Is this AKB actually? Is this this was so over the top, and then to top it
It was
off, we had this
amazing.
encore moment of TM Revolution showing up
Yeah,
actually and
poor
singing.
guy, poor
Just
guy.
he's like, what the hell is happening? And then singing heavy rotation with his beautiful voice. Everybody in his outfit, and then Momoko shows up in this bondage out.
Bondage.
It's like about ending with poop
It's
in the
comedy
back.
gold. It's comedy
Yeah.
gold.
So there were so many moments that my jaw was almost like, this stage is. That's my most shocking moment. I was speechless most of the time during this whole thing, and yeah, it's just crazy for me.
You know, I agree with you. I think like, well, of course my Oshi being in the dominatrix outfit was my favorite part, but I also like the fact that like at the Rina Matsui concert, and DX can back me up on this. Well, I don't know if she did it on the day you did. You go to all the days for
Yeah,
the?
yeah,
Okay, so you know she showed up in her dominatrix outfit from
Yeah,
the Chaos stage,
yeah,
and
yeah.
and I thought like that was a testimony to how that was one concert performance in a small theater of AKB, and it became legendary like
Yeah,
in
exactly.
a matter of minutes. So Robin, you
Yeah.
you picked a good one, man, because I literally couldn't even compare. Like I was the same as you. Like what? Like is this AKB or like what just happened? Like you can't even comprehend it. But yeah, Mayoshi stole the show in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I totally forgot. This is my bad. I forgot my own best show. It's
Oh, sorry.
Kabuska Gakuen for me. I know it's recent,
yes.
but in the whole year, I think it's also timing for me because it's aired on Saturday, and since we have the privilege to watch this live at times, I come home from work, and work is not a pleasure to be there after a long day, and I'm like, okay, and then right then Kabuska shows up, and it makes me laugh so much at moments. And it makes me happy, and you know you have all these members in beautiful, gorgeous gowns, and with those special moments, it's like one episode Yukarin has this amazing moment, just going to her husband or her fiance and just
Yeah,
throwing the leg. I'm just like, all right, prepare yourself. And this moment's like, damn, never saw that side of Yukarin. Of course, Okada and Nana had their moments.
Also, spin move.
Yeah, my
yeah.
husband. Oh my god.
Ah, yes.
That's 360 twirl
But
like
what
that.
happened to Yukarin's child in season 2?
Oh, it's not
Yeah.
black. It's not black. She looks like her, but it's not black.
Yeah.
That's the wink wink over there. No, but it's still going on, but I'm in love with this show. I really hope they don't screw it up with the way things are going. I'm thinking it's all a dream. That's the way they're going. I believe it's going so fast now. But under that, it makes me laugh every time I see it. The guy who plays Sanji is amazing. He wasn't Deathcast all
Yep.
great, but now in this show he's even better with the goofy music and the guest star showing up. That's the whole thing. Instead of keeping a consistent story, there are like these bits every episode, and then people show up for like a guest role or from even from TV. I'd never expected the guy from SoftBank commercials, the American black dude, showing up
Oh yeah.
and saying, "Hey, look
Yeah.
at these biceps." Ijiri showing up and doing his stuff.
Oh, the tongue thing he did when
Yeah.
that was so like, oh.
These are, for me, that's made me the happiest watching
I see.
that show. Okay, but
Mm.
let's go back to our other category. So most shocking moment. Let's go with Yeho on this side. Most shocking moment of the year for you.
Ah, here we go. Here we
It's
go.
sad for me because
Yep.
it's very recent, and she did announce her graduation.
Oh dear.
Probably because of
Mm.
it.
Yep.
It's Mickey and Nanya going to arcade that night.
Yeah,
Paris, yeah,
agreed.
Paris.
Like I have mixed feelings. Like I have speculations. Like Derek was saying, that Mickey was forced to graduate because of this. I'm pretty sure that's what like my Japanese friend also said it when I meet him in the concert in the Philippines. But like he was saying, like, yeah, Mickey is actually might be fired because of this, because like it's a big thing in Japan when like you break the law, you
Yeah, it's
have to do
national law or
something.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, cause like underage and you're like in an arcade at 1 a.m. and you're only like 17 and you're only allowed till 10 o'clock
Yes.
p.m. So like breaking the law probably forced her to graduate. That's what like my most shocking moment. But like
Me too.
I'm gonna miss Mickey and Nanya so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I feel you, man. It's
I
not
can feel
easy.
you. No, yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
DX, most shocking moment of the year.
Well, technically they're not an Indie 48 group anymore, but the Chinese SNH member that got pretty much burnt alive is for me the most shocking moment. And
Mm-hmm.
she
Oh,
was
yeah.
almost considered dead as well, and she's she herself stated she wants to go back, and I really applaud her for it. But I don't know in how far it's going to be actually possible, because the burns on her, man, they were really bad.
Yeah.
It was this close, and she was actually dead. So yeah, for
Wow.
me, they're by far.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I didn't follow SNH, of course, but when I heard on when I posted this thread about what are the categories, like most people are saying, indeed the incident. So I read in the articles what happened actually. So basically, she was at a restaurant with a friend and her manager,
yeah,
and she was in a bad mood. Like she
yeah,
was rude to the staff and rude to everything. It's like, what is this cake? It looks blah blah blah. And then at one moment, she came down screaming from the stairs, all engulfed in flames.
yes,
Apparently, she had a lighter on her, and she was playing with it, and then it caught fire on the leggings she was wearing. It was very
yeah,
flammable on the side, and just went whoosh, just in a
Mm.
blaze of
yeah,
fire. Yeah, 80% of her body burned, so she's going into therapy, of course, and trying, have these surgeries. Well, it's good that she wants to be back, but first I want to have like a mental check on her. Maybe they already did.
yeah.
It would be
I hope so.
amazing if she's able to be back, but I don't think so because it's
I doubt
very
it. Yeah,
hard to get back. But it's sad that one bad night just ended like your whole career or maybe your whole life even.
exactly. Yeah,
It sucks. And yeah, it was a very shocking moment when you hear that. If you read the article, if you heard that live or on
yeah,
that day, that's just a crazy story to hear. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Um, well, then we go on that note to Derek. What is your most shocking moments of the year?
This one was really tough because I couldn't just pick one, but I'm not going to elaborate on these because I think we've already kind of talked about it. But like basically, Mahone getting dragged through the dirt
oh,
was
yeah,
truly shocking to me because I for life of me I just couldn't believe people were that stupid. But then also at the top, it really hurt to watch, and it was very shocking to see. But I'd also say again, just two other things. Takamina leaving was pretty shocking, even though we all knew it was happening. But it was
yeah,
shocking that last image of seeing her leave the stage was really shocking to me because it's like, oh my god, 10 years and you're gone, and
Mhm.
yeah,
it hurt. So it maybe this should be the most painful moments. But other than that, to kind of add to the China thing, this is the other one that really got me was the fact that China decided to they reneged on their contract with AKB and they decided
yeah,
to separate. That was truly destructive, and it was just not cool. Although I got to give it up to AKB for one upping them and starting up AKB48 China now,
yeah,
which they just made the announcement, which is pretty awesome.
Mm.
But I would say seeing that happen, it was like such a betrayal that I thought it's not the kind of thing I want to see in the Idol universe. So those would be my shocking moments.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Sorry, I know we're supposed to have one, but I
No,
really
it's,
thought about
it,
it.
No, it's
But I
fine.
couldn't-
It's fine.
I couldn't
It's
pick
fine.
just one.
fine.
Yeah, I'm reading here on the Stage 48 side again, and some members, well, most of them are also saying the incident on SNH, but this is a funny one. STU48
Oh
announcement.
yeah, I'm on
Oh
the boat.
yeah.
They're on
I'm
a
That is
boat.
kind
I'm on a boat. Oh dear.
They're going to be members on a boat.
Yeah.
Why?
Maybe.
How does this work? We still haven't heard anything of
Yeah.
what they're going to be
Row,
playing up.
row, row your boat to the sea.
That's one of their songs. Okay.
Don't spoil the song, dude.
Well, sometimes I really question AKB or AKS's management and when they make sometimes these
Yeah.
decisions, because like for example, what's going on with Bangkok 48? What about Taipei 48? We haven't heard like anything from those. Manila 48 is struggling really hard to get anything going. Go ahead.
Bro.
Adding on Bangkok 48, I think they stopped because of the king dying. So they
Ah.
have to wait 100 days for respect for the king. That's why.
Understandable.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
you can't
Yeah.
sing for happy songs when your king just
Yeah.
has passed away.
But I mean,
of course.
it's been announced since March, and I mean, I don't even think we've seen auditions yet. And Taipei, my God, they've been wanting to do a group there since like 2007 or 8 or something, and finally they make it official, and we haven't heard nothing. So it's
But like, Matsurin is from that group though. Like,
yeah,
they're
but it's,
training Matsurin, so she goes to Taipei 48. But like, it feels like she's leaning more to AKB than Taipei though.
she would do better to stay to AKB because she's such a fan favorite, you know, because she does
Yeah.
stick out. But that's my point though, is like Taipei is it's just buried, and now with what happened with China, it was such an affront, and like it was so offensive, at least to me as a fan, to see China do what they did, and then it just makes me wonder about like what's going to happen with Taipei, because that's not exactly friendly to China and what China thinks about Taiwan. So it just created an unnecessary amount of political tension that I also felt was very shocking. So it just disrupted a lot of the AKB flow this year, especially when they announced STU. And it's like, oh, why don't you deal with the groups you announced, you know, in March before you even decide to do another group? And especially one
maybe
that
it won't
rides
be a
around on
new
a
group.
boat.
Maybe it won't be a new group. It's just gonna be, you know, regular members. You know, this week on the boat is gonna be teammates, and now it's gonna be on the boat 16 generation and stuff
Well,
like that.
let's just hope they don't do a chaos stage on the boat, because I hope
That would be awesome.
I hope all the members can swim.
Yeah.
I'm already picturing Momoka in a captain's hat, and he's like, yeah. Then it's hit like the island boat goes sinking. It's like chaos stage. I'm like, no.
It's a little scary.
Yeah, I want to see it in a shocking moment. It's like maybe a stupid moment. It's like, what? It's like, what's the announcement? Like, STU for that, yeah. It's like everybody in the crowd was like,
Huh?
What?
I think like
maybe
okay.
we like this. No clue. But yeah, 2017 should be. Don't hear anything about it. No auditions yet. No schedules.
Okay.
Nothing. There's a boat building or anything. We'll see.
Boat building.
I have
Boat building.
no clue. I have no clue. I'm not a captain or something.
But they're that rich that they could make on their own boat. So
Yeah, for crying out loud.
Okay. Let's go to best concerts.
Can I do mine?
Oh, my
yeah.
apologies.
Go for it, go
I
for it.
forgot. Sorry.
Oh dear.
Oh, it's fine. I'm just gonna be quick about it. So
Okay.
it's not really the biggest. It's not someone setting themselves on fire or splitting up the group. But one of my favorite members she has announced her graduation also because she did something. Maybe she did something stupid, but it's the graduation of Ogasawara Mayu.
Oh,
I'm very sad to see her go
Mhm.
for basically the same reason that Miki's probably going. That's all I'm gonna say about it. It's sad to see her go, but for me that's the most shocking moment.
I want to see more on TV shows, or like variety shows.
I
have her own segments.
hope
So
she's way too funny to go into obscurity.
Maybe win M1 or something.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'll be her partner. I don't have partner.
Oh, what the-
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there.
So,
Yeah, okay. Sorry I skipped over you there.
no, that's fine.
But yeah,
Let's continue.
best concert. Derek, you did your top 10, of course, so I want you to do this first. What is the best concert of the year?
Well, I think you already know it. For me, it's Takamina,
Yeah.
and I don't even need to elaborate because we've talked about it a million times.
Oh,
So-
well, we can talk a bit about it.
What I would say though is that I mean, I only got to go to the first two because I don't think there was a single gaijin in the final actual graduation concert, but I would say it was the best example of what AKB can do on a big stage with a lot of creativity and just every single moment of every song and both days I went was special and different and interesting, and for the love of God, when Sakura-tan was out at any time, the entire place erupted at a level of furious applause and Sakura-tan. That's all you heard.
Yeah.
That it just I will never forget it for the rest of my life. So
Yeah,
It's
your
just- it's
background
amazing.
noise is getting a little louder. I don't know if there's something you can do about that.
Wait, just a sec.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that concert is the perfect example of if you don't know what AKB is, you can need to watch those two concerts. Watch the Takamina graduation first to see what AKB was, and then to watch the day one concert when new AKB would say go perform. Because that's still one of my favorite concerts. That opening, that going crazy, yeah, with Perfect Human going there. The like I said, on a concert stage, what they can do, what the ability, the props they use, it's so amazing. Yeah, I think that's definitely the best concert of the year, and maybe even best concert ever.
yeah.
Okay, Gino, do you have best concert?
The best concert for me is more something personal. Takamina's graduation concert was, of course, fantastic.
Yeah.
But for me, the best concert would have to be the concert they gave at the 45th single Sanbatsu Sosenkyo.
Oh,
Mm.
It was a very good concert. Also, seeing as it was held in Niigata. But the reason why I loved it is because I got to enjoy it with you guys, with DX and Robin.
Oh, that's cool.
We made an awesome evening, and even
Yeah.
though it was a grueling evening,
Yep.
seeing everything and going through the Sosenkyo, it was still an amazing. More on a personal level, it was an amazing evening. So
Nice.
that's why I'm picking that one.
Yeah, the loving thing about the Sosenkyo concert is, of course, with NGT's best performance ever. Maybe their concert going to be better, but showcasing the team was like profiling, so they had like showcasing each and one of them in like a segment, like HKT doing like. Okay, I'm doing Bariko, and it's very
Oh,
funny
yeah.
to see Moriyasu
Yeah.
Madoka doing
Yep.
Bariko, and that's
Oh dear.
not like her. Or
That
seeing
was fantastic.
seeing
Yep.
SKE doing their dance moves like they're known for. You know, showing what AKB is in a whole and just in tiny little segments all over that. And that's the whole concert was happy songs, you know, showcasing the power of AKB and then going into Sosenkyo as a perfect fit. Anyone else want to elaborate on Sosenkyo concert or?
What I would say to me
Yeah.
for the Sosenkyo concert, and I agree, it was such a tremendous concert. Maybe more so than any of the other Sosenkyo concerts I can remember. Was when SKE came out. Oh my God, they gave it their all. I was like literally in tears watching when Team E did their segment, and like they just owned it. Mayoshi, Kaotan, Dasu, I mean, it was just too much. It was like the energy level was just through the roof when
Yeah.
SKE got on that stage, man. And they're typical high energy, but it was like godly energy. And just to see their emotion, like, I don't know, I'll never forget that performance. So, and NGT as well. Like, they just, yeah, good pick.
DX, you want to say something?
No, for me it was a tie between the Sosenkyo concert because we all watched it together, and Takamina's concert because, well, Takamina was and still is pretty much my Kamiyoshi, and yeah, I don't really need to elaborate because everything has pretty much been said already. So yeah.
Yo?
the Takamina concert was second for me.
Mhm.
Like the best concert for me this year was the Philippine
Yeah,
Japan.
teammate.
Ah,
Yeah.
sure.
To be
Sure.
expected. Yeah, to be expected.
The
Yep,
60
Maria.
year, cause like they timed it when I was in the Philippines, which was awesome. And like, oh, I'm going if Hijirin was going. So like, as soon as I saw the members list, I'm like, I need to go.
Yep. I
And,
can
like,
imagine that.
There's like I made Japanese friends. I made like Philippine, like I met some old friends, like the admins of Unko. Like it was a good time, and like I literally was just shouting Hijirin's name the whole time, like last episode. Like I even had the Hijirin shirt that
Oh, yeah.
Over your
Yeah,
face,
yeah.
actually, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I literally was just shouting like ooh ooh ooh, and like the
Rippy
whole
Pierce,
concert, like they even concert Stella Marie or whatever the group name is. Like they're actually good. Like Star Marie is actually good, but like
Mhm.
not up to level of AKB.
Ah, right.
Yeah, but like the AKB concert was just best, and like nobody cared about the two MCs. Like everyone was just shouting like the member's name. Like you're supposed to listen to MC. Like, but the people were like,
They don't care.
They're too excited.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Like every
be
single
expected.
one of them, like, oh yeah. But like I was saying in the last episode, Nagano Serica is way too white.
Oh dear, yeah. Oh, that awkward moment last week.
Great. Great. All right. So, that's where the concert. Let's go to the next category. So it's
Yep.
best event, and I want to go to Gino ZX first on best event of the year.
Hmm.
Is it a surprise for me? What the best event for me is?
Not really, so that's why I'm going first.
Okay. Well, for me, it was of course the Osaka Intex handshake event
Yeah.
where
I can imagine.
I met my
Yeah.
Oshi. It's
Aw.
it was a great performance they gave because they played all the types of songs I like. I like the happy upbeat songs. I like the jokey songs, like the Enka stuff. They all did it. I got to meet my Oshi. It was really fun and
Who's your
e-
Oshi?
Yuihan.
Right,
Yokoyama
just
Yui.
for people who don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Yokoyama Yui, and it was just it was an amazing day, even though it was extremely warm outside. I had fun with a lot of Japanese people, and it was just all around amazing.
Trouble getting in because you had sunscreen with you.
Yeah, true. But
Really? They gave you
Yeah.
a problem for that?
yeah, I packed light that day, but you know, seeing as I a white European guy who lives in a country that sees the sun for about 20 days a year.
20 even, that's a record.
Yeah, this year was aware. So I had sunscreen with me just because I didn't know how long I had to wait in line. Maybe it was an hour. I stood in line for about 40 minutes, and when I got through security, they were like, "What's that in your bag?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's sunscreen." That's a no-no. I'm like, well, I can rub it on and see that it's not poison or dynamite or whatever. So, but that was an interesting experience.
Yeah. Good. Okay, Yeho, what is best event of the year for you?
I had so many different events that I liked
Yeah.
this year. Like the last one, but like obviously like the two-shot event was the best one for me. 'Cause,
Oh
like,
yeah.
I literally had so much memories during that day that like shows you how good AKB is.
Mhm.
And like especially that Ojishan shouting Seitan.
Oh god. Oh god. Yeah.
And Seitan just coming out every lane, like just waves to everyone she sees. Like, but like this just one guy just shouting. But yeah, the two-shot event was so memorable to me because I actually, before I went to Yokoshima Irie sa lane, I actually lost my phone.
Ooh.
Oh,
Wow.
really?
In the washroom, and like panicking. I'm panicking so bad, and like this friend of mine said, "Oh no," cause like I had like a few friends, right? He's like, "Yeah, it's okay. You're gonna get it back, like your phone, cause you're in Japan." And there's
Right.
this one guy, like half Chinese, and he says, "Oh, what if it's a Chinese guy who takes it home with you?" I'm like, you realize you're half Chinese, and I'm already panicking, and you're gonna make me more panic." I'm like, "Are you freaking kidding me?"
Yeah.
But like after like 10 minutes, I got it back. I'm like, I literally went to the receptionist lady who handles the last stuff. I literally was just bowing. I'm like, "Thank you, thank you." But like I had like also that's why I like Okada Nana a bit more. Before, like on picture I thought like she's not photogenic like Okada Nana.
Hmm?
I seriously thought like she's not photogenic at all in the picture. But
Mhm.
man, when I saw her, I'm like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" It's not really Okada Nana. I'm like, "Oh my god." I
She's a
literally
beauty.
was just like
Yep.
I literally was just starstruck. I'm like,
Mm.
"What?" And like at one point too, like, cause I have more Mako tickets than Nachan. I only had Nachan one ticket.
Ah, okay.
Like as soon as Nachan's lane ended, she went Mako's lane, because like it was just right beside her. Like she literally was just speaking at Mako and like waving at Mako the whole time. But like if I went at that time and she saw me, cause like I just went to her lane and she saw me, she probably like, "I thought you Oshi me or something."
Well, yeah, she usually goes to other people's lanes when her shift is ended. Even today, actually, she went to Murayama Yuri, and she
Oh, dear.
sat
Yeah.
under the table again, and she filmed it. She's like, "I'm in the lane. Look, here are the legs of Muri and Yuri. They're so cute." Mwah. It's like, what?
What are you filming?
So if you're a fan and then showing up, it's like, what is happening there? Like, hi, I'm also here. But yeah, it's great that you had a fun at such an event. It's always memorable to be there and
Yeah.
doing stuff. But let's go then to DX Takamina, your favorite event of the year.
Well, besides the standard Sasenki, I would say the Junken tournament actually, because the winner was so unexpected and it was awesome. That just made it awesome, and to see her just being getting into the subunits and that's, but actually centering it,
Hmm.
that made me the best. Besides all the cosplays, and which is also awesome. But yeah,
Yeah,
I'm going for
Junken
Junken.
had a good year. It was also
Yeah.
because of what you said, the new unit rule instead of the centering or just for single. There were new members who were going there of a bigger group. The event was planned well, and the funny thing is now. The Junket tournament, the finals battle has gone viral on now you're seeing
Yeah.
it on the sites like
Yes.
9gag or on the YouTube and stuff. It's like people who have never heard of AKB are like saying, "What is this? What this is so interesting. Why is it in Japan?" I know Gino doesn't agree because he hates Junken tournament. But it's amazing to see that this event is just now getting huge and maybe even better for next year. Maybe because of this one event, a lot of new people are now starting to like AKB because of this.
Let's hope so. Yeah, let's hope so.
Yeah, I actually could add, like, I had the same one as DX. Like, I thought the Junkin tournament was absolutely fantastic. I guess maybe because I was in Japan at the time and watching it had like a
right.
special significance as well for me.
True.
But watching Tanaman like win, watching her break down, her humility in winning, the fact that I never in a million years would have picked her to win if I had to pick somebody. And then on top of that, the unit that was formed, having like Nozawa Reina and Komiharu,
Fukuoka Sena in there, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Fukuoka Sena, like everybody, it really elevated AKB48 to a place it needed to be at that moment in time. Because
Exactly.
it just, like we were talking, I think right before the junket, how like we wanted, or I wanted to see AKB improve to do something more, and then the Junkin tournament comes out, and it just takes something we've seen for a couple years now and made it this really fun spectacle. And then again, tournament winning was just, it was endearing in a beautiful way.
Yeah.
So I couldn't have been more happier with the Junkin, maybe except for my Oshi would have actually made it in, which he didn't. But I would say overall, it does bode well for the future. And the fact that it now has national publicity, I've been seeing this tournament pop up on like weird random non-Japanese websites. That's even better, you know. And
Yeah.
for once, they're not criticizing AKB with it. They're saying, hey, this is kind of cool. So kudos to the Junkin tournament this year. Definitely the best
Yeah.
event for me.
What
What about you, Robin?
Yeah, so best event for me is a little bit of a stretch, but I'm going with it anyway. It's the entirety of Takamina Week at AKB48
Okay.
Theater.
Yeah.
All
It's
the
crazy.
It's all the stages, all the performance Takamina did with like 15 Gen, having the Saturday night special, doing the dance stage was also
yeah.
amazing. Of course, we mentioned it before, Chaos stage. My God. I forget what the other stages' name were, but you had like all these special stages. Of course, we have the new Team A stage, MT, in there, and just that 1 week elevated so much for the entirety of members, and also just the viewing of our stages. I would believe, thanks to this, we are now currently what we see of AKB if for Takamina Week. I don't think 15 Gen would have been strong if they hadn't had that stage with Takamina. Or
Yeah.
we're
Wow,
seeing
that's a
variety
bold
members on this
statement.
side. Or
Bold statement.
yeah. That's for me. That's the best event. That whole week was just every day is like, oh, what's they're gonna do now? My God, this stage is amazing. This is legendary. And then
Yeah.
to top it off with that. So not much to say about that, but yeah, that's my best event. But a close second will be Junket. It's just
Yeah.
again so much elevated because of that one event. The things they
Yeah.
did in there, amazing. Okay, we're
Oh. Oh.
random ohs coming up. We are almost
dear.
at the end. We only have 2 more categories before
Yeah.
we go to best song.
Oh dear.
We gotta go
Here
to
we
this one
go.
first. What is the worst song in
Oh, boy.
AKB48 group this
It's
year?
hard.
All of the other categories were like most positive or fun, but yeah, we gotta go to with a negative one. What is the worst song of the year? I'm gonna go first on this one. For me, I did have some picks in there, like this annoying bubble song from Team B, or the Baito song for Paru and stuff like that. Yeah, stuff like that. Or even I even forget all the other groups, but the one that got me the most irritated, the anger and stuff. Tsubasa wa Iranai.
Mm, yep.
It is so
Yep.
bland, boring, annoying. So I hate it. It's just the
Yeah.
worst forgettable song, and every time it's just, the moment that the guitar starts it's like Mukaichi Mion. I'm sorry, you're getting there, but that song centering did not do well for you.
Nope.
Like learning how to play the guitar. Yeah, I know this. No, you don't. No, you're not playing the guitar.
Nope.
You're not there. And I want to elaborate on this because we bought the CD, of course, because of the votes for So Senkyo. But on our side, me, DX, and Gino had different types. So we watched our
Yeah.
versions. But Gino was the only one who had the movie on the
Oh, dear.
on the
Yeah.
CD DVD.
Oh boy.
But we already watched the movie version of that, and then we went to his place and watched it live, his reaction on the DVD. Do you want to tell the story?
Go
Please
for it.
do. Please
Go
tell
for
it.
Well, seeing as I hadn't seen the movie yet, I was like, "Hey, cool! I get to see a movie." And then basically, I got to see a movie twice because it was 5 minutes movie and then 5 minutes song showing me exactly what I saw 5 minutes ago. So I was pretty disappointed.
It really was. It was just like the first 5 minutes, like okay, you hear them talking, and then going to the next segment talking, and then suddenly the song starts, and then they go back to the same segments without talking. So it's like this now the music's like we just saw this. This is not a movie. This is showing the Tway music video twice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I have no words.
So,
Jeez, is that bad? Wow.
No, for what this song is doing, it's like the only thing I liked was two things: the outfits they used for the when they do a performance live. It's like it looks 70s and you know like the curtsy and then the high fives they do.
yeah.
But that stupid bench every time. Every time they were on stage, they ended with every stage ends with the most recent single. But every time we had to wait because they had to put that stupid bench out. Like, okay, and then members are standing on this bench like, oh, okay, I'm here, I'm sitting, that's fine. I hate it. I hate this song so much. I hate Green Flash more. That's even worse. But this song is just so.
You know what? I thought you were gonna say the NMB song, Robin, with the rapping. I thought I was waiting for that to come up. Like,
No, because
yeah,
that at least has a beat after the rapping. It has an exciting
true.
beat and it gets you pumped.
That's true.
This one is
Yeah.
like, okay, going back to the song again, same chorus every time. If you keep going, I'm gonna end the call. All right. DX, worst song of the year.
Same. Same.
Do you want to elaborate, or do you think?
No, I don't want to talk about it. Same.
Okay.
The only thing that saved the actually body, the only thing that saved the actual single or body by the CD is the Saseki ticket and the Team 4 song. I actually like that song, but the main song. What were they thinking? Oh dear.
Derek.
Wow.
No.
You know, for me, this is it. Like, yeah, Tsubasa Wire and I was definitely up there on my thinking because I agree with you. But for me, it's Kimi wa Melody only because
Oh, yeah.
it's not so much it's a bad song. It's just the fact that it was a disappointment in the hands of both the musicians that they could have tapped for the 10-year anniversary song, and then on top of that, Mika Ninagawa, like. This photographer is one of the most creative souls Japan has ever produced. Her heavy rotation video is instantly the most memorable, if not the best video, in my opinion, AKB has ever put out. And basically, for Kimi wa Melody, she did the PG-13 version of it that was more Japanese and put the girls in kimonos. And it's like, yes, her vibrant use of colors was amazing and it was beautiful, but I think it was lazy, and that the whole song itself was lazy, and putting Sakuratan there didn't feel right to me. I know what they were thinking with putting her there front and center, but it just didn't. It shouldn't have been. And it almost felt like the first gens, the Kami 7 coming back to kind of spruce up the video was exactly that. They almost didn't even need to be in it, even though it was a 10-year anniversary type song. It just, there was no personality to it. Like with Heavy Rotation, Yuko, it's all her personality, everything from the moment she says 1, 2, 3, you know, and then they break into it. She does her whole like split, you know, the dancing,
Yeah.
everything was perfectly choreographed. Kimi wa Melody, it looks like Miko was like, she just phoned it in, and then the song itself was like kind of phoned in. It was a boring melody. When I saw him do it live at the Takamine concert, it didn't affect me at all. Most of the time when I don't like a song, if I see it perform live, I tend to like it just because it gives me a new feel. I was flatlined with it. So I'd say overall, bad song, terrible disappointment of what it could have been.
I want to add to that on the live performances. So even the outfits, it was casual clothing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's fine. It's okay. But to be that on a song, you want to you know, you have all these choreographs in dances, in moves. That's what AKB also is a part of. But the only thing they do is like doing this and doing that.
Mhm.
And then even
Yeah.
at the start of the song, it's like, what do we do at the song? Yeah, let's just have fun and just go around. It's like, I'm gonna poke you, and then like,
Right. Yeah. It's just.
I know.
What were they
it-
thinking,
it's
you
not the
know?
worst song for me, but it feels like you could have done more. And to what you said, the putting Miyawaki Sakura in center, then in the back row is the first gens, of course, the Kami 7 of 10 years. When the song was announced, like people were like, "What? You're putting all of them on the center line?" Okay, and then even members were on Twitter's like, "I don't agree with this." So even after 10 years, I get this anniversary, but we want like to see the new AKB. It's like I want my chance to be in Senbatsu, and now it's being taken because of someone who's left AKB. What does it mean if you graduate? You can come back whenever.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Mhm.
So this whole song had the feeling like the hate was it, but when the song came out, it's like, okay, it's fine. Now go. No, don't show up. Go ahead,
And
yeah.
then to that part, like, Akimoto Sayaka tweeted out, like, even after the 10th year single, I'm not in Senbatsu still, even though I
Yeah, That did save her though, because after that she got to the chaos stage, of course, and then at the graduation she had her whole role and stuff like that. So yeah, it pays to speak up, but graduation means something, and by doing that, just let them do into the song. That feels like graduation doesn't mean anything. You can leave whenever.
Yeah.
I know they paved the way and stuff like that, and 10th anniversary, but they should have not made it a single, like part of the groups of the something single, but like a special version, or maybe even on Type B, the 10th anniversary song, instead of.
Well, they could have just done more with it. They've had 10 years to think about it. If you think about it in that way, like they could have spent all of 2014, 2015, making the video to remember, the 10-year anniversary, a decade of being a group that should have existed for a decade and overcame all odds. And that video didn't sum that up at all for me. And then again, you're tapping the best director you could possibly have. Mika. I mean, Mika is just so wonderful. And she just, it literally felt like it was a paycheck for her. I did not feel her usual inspiration. I mean, she could easily do what she did in Kimi wa Melody. She's so good at doing the flower and the florals and the vibrant colors, but that's been her thing forever. But I'm like, challenge yourself, Mika. You've been around as long as the girls, if not longer. Like, why not push yourself to do something great and just make AKB have another all-time great, favorable, memorable video like Heavy Rotation? Nope, just phoned it in. It was truly disappointing for me.
Okay, Gino.
I completely agree with Derek. Same for me. Kimi wa Melody. It was a giant disappointment. It was 10-year anniversary. You got 5 amazing legendary members, and then you make something as boring as Kimi wa Melody. It just didn't do it for me.
Okay, Yeho.
For me, it's really hard to choose, but like, I just chose this because it weirded me out, and like, I don't know. I can't even say the word right now. It's HKT's Go Bananas.
Oh, really? I love that song. It was so much fun.
It's a fun song, man.
Oh, wow.
But like, if
Really?
I love all the songs that came out this year, but this is the least I love, because like, for me it was just like song then dance, the song dance, then like, I don't even like want to understand what the song means, but like, I can't even say. It's really hard for me to do the worst song, okay?
Okay. Go Bananas. All right.
Go Bananas.
Interesting.
Okay. Then we reached our final category. I think this is the one everyone want to hear. Oh, there we go. Don't leave yet. We're almost done.
I'm here.
Best song in AKB48 group. All right. You know what? Let's go with Gino first. Best song of the year.
This was, to be honest, quite a hard decision because of all besides Kimi wa Melody and Tsubasa Irenai are also really good songs, but I think the one that made me happy the most would be Love Trip. Love Trip, it was energetic, it was fun, the music video was amazing. It was just great. The one that got close for me was what was a single that was on was on the Tsubasa wa Iranai CD, which was Kangairu Hito, the Team 4 song,
Mm-hmm.
which was also very energetic and also very fun. But Love Trip just
Bicycle
beats
bump.
everything. Yeah. Nah,
So weird. They use a bicycle pump and go like this.
it was a weird song, but Love Trip was just fun and energetic, and that just did it for me.
You agree with him, Derek, right?
100%. I Love Trip. There's no. He said it. I don't have to add anything. But I will say this, Robin, and I know you're gonna probably say something. I just Futari Saison. I know it's not AKB.
Yes,
I know. That, but
I know. It was. I was actually making a whole joke. Everyone was saying their best song. I would go like, for me it's Keikizaka Futari Saison.
yeah, it's
Like,
it's
so good.
Yeah, like-
It's so good. I know we made the rule. Well, I made the rule, like not using the 46, but it's so good. Even I like Silent Majority and everything like that, but Futari Saison is so good. It's.
Let's just say when we do this again next year, and Robin will be like, oh yeah, we can do 46 songs as well. His best song for 2017 will be Futari Saison.
Well, it's
Maybe.
it's easily one of the, it almost feels like that's a song that the old school AKB would have put out. Like it just has a perfect, instantly memorable pre-chorus, main chorus. Everything about it's perfect, right? So I almost feel like it would be wrong to not include it in this discussion, despite.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's the song of the year. I'd say Love Trip is definitely, as far as AKB48 goes, the song of the year for them. But and that was a hard choice actually for me in a way, because there's a lot of cool B-sides that were really fun. And HKT's one song where they're doing the mixes was pretty amazing. But I would say Futari Saison, and sorry everyone, I know I'm repeating, but it's just I it gets stuck in my head.
It's just
like on a daily basis.
The
Like,
live
literally on a daily basis.
performances, every time they do it, it's amazing. Just the
They
kicking
do.
off the legs, the ballet, the choreography, and then they go into that moment where Hirate Yurina just goes all out, goes bang bang, and every time
It's amazing.
she goes the swaying. I love this song so much. It's so beautiful. With the outfits, with everything. This is just one perfect song, and I really think, I don't know if the Tokyo Awards is still coming up, but this should be the best song of the year. I'm really saying it. This is just the from everything I heard, even from the Exile songs, Exile Tribe and the things there. It doesn't compare to what Futari Saison actually does, and the only thing Futari Saison should lose to is Silent Majority by KSZaka 46. Other than that, there's nothing. But again, we're still keeping the rule of 48 songs. But we had to mention it. I wouldn't feel right if we didn't even mention it on that side. But Love Trip on your side then is.
No, 100% for AKB48. Yeah.
Okay. I think DX has something to say about favorite song. I think you mentioned it, Derek. Maybe? Am I right? DX? Hello? Can you hear me, DX? No, you're
Oh
muted.
no.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, no.
There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Oh boy.
What's your favorite
Yeah.
song of the best song of the year?
Kind of hard actually. Well, of course the Love Trip song was awesome, and yeah. But I would say besides the Love Trip and Futari Assassin, because they've both been mentioned already, and they're great songs, but I really like the latest Tentomuchi song right now, and
Oh.
yeah.
I did not
I-
expect that.
really,
Really?
I was thinking, because you mentioned it, Derek, it's HKT Psycho.
Psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
thinking that
that
would
song's
be the
amazing.
number one
It's a song.
for you.
yeah, it's not like I don't like the song, but I don't know. If I hear the mixes, I kind of want to yell at
So,
myself.
Say
and-
June Tired from Tentomuchi
Yeah.
is your favorite.
yeah, right.
Tell me.
I don't know. It's just like the whole vibe. I like the whole vibe, and it's not the cutesy song that I'm used to from Tentomuchi. Tentomuchi.
Mm.
They're usually the really cute song like Kimi Dake ni Chu 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 and
Mm.
that kind of thing. And for them to change it up, I really
Well-
like it. It's stuck in my head. But Besides, yeah, I know you have a different opinion.
No, no,
about
no, no,
the
no, no.
video.
I like Sage and Tired, but the thing is, you're saying the cutesy song. You need to compare it. Tentomachu, when Choo 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 came out, they were 16, 15 years
Yeah,
old.
true.
And
true.
now they're 19 years old or 18 years old on that side. And to
Yeah,
do be
true.
like a cute song of Choo Choo Choo, when they do that song, you like nostalgia. But if they do a new song that's too cute, it's like there's something wrong. There needs to be more oomph to it, and that's what Sage and Tired is. They're going
Yeah.
all out with dancing, like Nishino Miki just going crazy on that DJ. What is it?
Yeah.
The podium and with the bear and just punching
Yeah,
the
yeah,
bear
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a crazy video and it's hyper and it's what Tentomachu is now. Sadly, their last song, I believe, or maybe there will be a graduation song. I don't know, but the group will dismember, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think they will disband. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Bye-bye,
Yeah.
Aw.
Denden Mutu, bye-bye.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy. Yeo, best
Yeah.
song.
Can I do two?
You
Go
can do
for it.
two. You can do.
Go
It's a
for it.
draw for you.
The first one, I'll go with the order that they got released. So,
Okay.
the first one is La 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 Meseji.
I like it.
Cause like, they showcase like the private pictures, like the whole MV was like, they're trying to relay a message, like what we do, or like something like that, and like even the whole song, like la 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 la, something
Mhm.
like that, like even like all the
La
like
la
their,
la la.
dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, they're showing like all these Tumblr pictures or Instagram pictures they do on social media. They're
right.
real pictures, not even fake, and they're
Yeah,
just
and,
copying
like,
it to this whole screen and just like his heart on the school
Yeah, on the
playground.
end.
Yeah.
like they set up a big projector and like everyone was just like having fun, and like especially on that on the Takamina concert when they sang that, everyone sang like through the whole song.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that, Derek? Remember?
Yeah.
Like,
It was yeah, it was very emotional. So I totally understand what you're saying there, and I like the fact that you picked that because it's one I wouldn't have expected. So that was a good, really, yeah. It's just but it's also very like Japanese would say like natsukashi, I guess, because like
Mhm.
just
Yeah,
has
yeah.
like a feel of nostalgia to it too. So
True.
already, even though it's only been out now, but
because of the showings that they're doing.
right,
Probably
right, yeah. I'm a sucker for
And-
that stuff.
Number
Second
two.
number one for me. Second number one, you know.
Yeah.
Hi. Osai Kiranai Shodo for me. That's the second one.
Which one is that?
The one with the drones and Seichan. Like, they
Oh,
go,
right. Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's a good song.
Utsukushi. Like the
Mhm.
whole song itself
Ah,
is
yeah.
like, it says the director like everything around us is beautiful, and like with the song itself they showcase it with drones, and like they show it around when they're playing with the drones, and like they literally was showing the meaning of the song during the PV. That's why I loved it so much.
That's a good one, yeah. I like it.
Really-
It showcased what you said with the drones in the building and the piano style to it low. It's a more of an ease song to hear instead of the you know what you usually hyper dancing and
Yeah.
the singing or loud stuff like that. It's just a good song to listen to when you're driving or anything like that.
Even like the members are like all new members.
Mm-hmm.
But except for like Yuri and like the others, but like you know like they're getting the recent push, and like they just put everyone who's actually getting pushed in one song, and like oh so good.
Amazing. All right, so my best song.
Yeah.
Futari Saison Kayaki 46.
Of course.
No,
Of course.
okay.
Yep.
On AKB side, it was pretty hard to think about what would be the best song on their side. I like a lot of them. They all have their own charms. It's also on the same single with the Love Trip, but it's
Yeah.
not that one. It's Renachi Sosenkyo.
Oh,
Happy End.
Ah,
happy end. Yeah.
It
That's high tension
Yeah.
though.
Oh, it's high tension. I'm
Alright,
sorry. You're
sorry,
right.
that's-
You're right. Still, Happy End is just this song that I always get listened to, and it makes my day. It goes way into this quick moment, and then it's also upbeat, and in even the refrain, it goes like da, 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 and it goes up, and then and even then they don't go down, they go up again, and that always
Mm.
keeps it
Yeah.
great in that feeling. And the members in there, it's Renachi's choice, and it's good to see all those fresh members, or just the ones who aren't mentioned of. Well, Muke Chimiyo is it, but not on the center position. Good position
Yeah.
for her. The song itself is pretty to hear. It's nice to hear. The beat is nice. It makes me feel good every time that I hear that song.
Mm.
So on their side, that is the best song for me.
nice.
Nice.
Nice. I like that.
And I like the ending, of course, when everybody's
Yeah.
caught in the music video, and it's like, yeah, that was a fun game, all right, and then it's like boss sleeping. Boink. It's like, what? There's
Right on.
one moment.
God, yeah.
Man, all right, what a letdown for the end song. Man, I shouldn't have gone last.
Ah.
That's it. We have spoken our 10 topics. Oh, you're gone again.
Crazy.
Ah.
But overall, what a year for AKB, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I think for
There's no
Idol,
offenses.
just in general, it's just amazingly how still they can improve themselves. And
Exactly.
to a point, there was at times like, oh, AKB is dying, everyone is leaving, it's not going well. It's like, no.
No,
They're doing fine. Even now with the 16 gen coming up, 16 gen already impressed us so much. They already have their own concert.
I mean,
Barely, and
what
so-
does that say? Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'll say this about AKB's year is that they survived, and I think for me that is the biggest thing I want to take away from this year more than anything else is that they endured so much hardship and members leaving and just everything that this world could throw at them, and they did it. You know, they've kept their single record intact pretty much. They've
Exactly.
they put on some great concerts, which is what AKB is about. Put out excellent music, dramas, shows. I mean, it was a lot of output that was in many ways unexpected, a lot of surprises, but overall, they showed us that they're not going anywhere, and they're here to stay. You know, even if they can't figure out how to deal with their expansion groups yet, and you know, and they want to include boats in that. It's still the core part of what makes AKB has just kind of been refined and reshaped more to be a much more solid entity moving forward in 2017. And I think 2017 is going to be an insane year.
Yeah.
I just have
Yeah.
with the 16th gen, they're gonna crush it. NGT, they're gonna crush it. And NMB, I predict that the Messiah will come. I don't know who it's gonna be, but the Messiah will save them because we all know Saine is on her way out. She's
Yep.
gonna announce it, especially if she doesn't get top position in Sasenkyo, if she even makes it that far. And you know, Sashi's gonna crush it. I mean, I can hope for Zarina to win, but we'll have that discussion another time.
Yep.
I would say we have so much promise of the younger members that we've been seeing getting pushed becoming top members. And again, I think all of this is going to be led by our favorite girls in Team 4, you know, and it's going to be like Team 4. I say like NGT and NMB was going to make a real surprising move once their Messiah comes and we get a new girl there that's just going to blow everyone away. But it's going to be 16 gen.
Saine needs to leave first. That's the
She needs to leave
first step.
first. Right, but maybe not. Maybe we'll see her kind of do a whole senpai kohai thing that will be very fascinating, and we'll know that she's grooming, and it's going to be pointed out like this girl's the one. And I don't know. I just feel like this year is prepping us for the best year of AKB yet for 2017.
Yeah.
I'm calling it right now.
We're gonna see it with Request Hour, of course,
Yep.
and
Of
see
course.
how it goes there. But yeah, for me, it was an amazing year. To on AKB side, it made me so much happy during the day. And like
Mhm.
every time there's a news read or showroom where we talked about this, they're still expanding. You know, they are going with the times. They are adjusting. They're learning, but on the other side, they do not need to no, let their guard down, because the other groups, other idol groups, as we mentioned, Keikizaka is gaining them or already surpassed them in some ways. The other idol groups, I would say, are coming up. Momori Clover Z is closing in. Little Glee Monster is coming up. So don't let your guard down, AKB. It's keep this momentum going, keep elevating yourself, and make it a great 2017.
And what I'm going to add to that real quick is that 2016 gave us this. Robin, thank you. You've given us a beautiful, beautiful gift in Showroom. You've brought us together from all over the world. I got to meet some amazing people through this. All of you are incredible. It's a pleasure to do this all the time, all of you. And, you know, I feel like I have friends that I'm going to have for a very long time in my life, you know. And it's because of you, Robin, and you gave us Showroom. So I would like to say, out of everything this year, this by far has been the best experience for me in AKB48. So thank you, Robin.
Thank you.
Seriously, you really brought.
That's the Showroom. No, don't do that. Thank you. All right.
Tokyo Tower to you.
So, anyone else have final
Here's
moments?
a Mount Fuji.
Anyone else has final words
No,
before we end the show? Okay, well, as usual, you can check us out at our respective Twitter handles, as shown on the screen. Or on Derek's site. Stop typing 8. Go on derekstroni.com. Yeah. You guys, I gotta say, thank you for also showing up and doing this with me weekly. This is almost so much fun. And I'm going to continue in 2017. With that said, though, the next couple of weeks, there's going to be Christmas, so we're going to skip this. Next up week is New Year, so we're going to take our break. But in 2017, we'll definitely have more shows. Stop doing 8! More 8, maybe.
Chaos stage.
Chaos stage. As long as we're having fun with this. Let me finish talking! Oh man, you guys are great. You guys are great though. But yeah, I'm having so much fun with this as well. 2017 it will have more 48 talk, and we're gonna give you the news, our opinions, updates. But for the people who are watching and listening, don't be afraid to let your voice be heard. It maybe not be every time or something, but just contact us, or if you want to be on the show, we can try out and then see how you it feels, you know. This is a community. We're doing our best to just spread our enjoyment and love for the idol world, and we're doing this by podcast form, and we're all one big great family. So let us know, and we'll see you then in 2017. Thank you for watching this special episode. Yes. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everything. See ya. Bye bye.
Till next year.
Bye.
Bye.